Hey, welcome to the Other Nothing podcast, where we like to talk about everything and nothing at the same time. So no topics off limits. We appreciate every single one of you, and we hope you go to Facebook and like and share. And make sure you go over to the YouTube and you hit subscribe. And make sure you go to Instagram and hit that little follow button. And then we'll have a good time. Because the more fans we have, the more fun we're gonna have all the time. And I don't know why I went into Seinfeld mode, but we did. So let's go.
It's called the EveryNothing podcast. Two young strapping lads offer their insight into everything. It would be crazy not to listen. Obvious geniuses.
Oh, anybody listening, don't go to college. It's a fucking scam.
We'd probably stop and be like, no, you're all wrong, man. All wrong.
Sorry, Grandma.
This is the EveryNothing podcast. If you are looking to learn many things while also learning absolutely nothing, well, here you go. Enjoy the show.
It's just so damn funny.
Hey guys, it's me, RJ, Joseph. We got Jake on, and then we got Joe Gatto back there, spinning the wheels.
Did you just call me Joseph? Did you use my government name?
You look like the guy from, I think we've talked about this before, but Paul, especially that photo in the intro, you look like that dude from Impractical Jokers.
Yes.
Like big time. Like
Bro,
twin
yeah.
brothers.
It's for sure him. With like
We actually have Joe Gatto on this show. He's our guest today.
I have to say that I'm probably at least 50 pounds lighter than that guy.
yeah.
Just saying.
And in your bank account too.
Yeah, probably.
Those guys fucking blew up. Impractical
Yeah,
Jokers.
so every time, if you have DirecTV at all, any of you guys?
No.
Okay,
Who you
good. You're not
stealing that
chumps.
from?
No, my parents have it.
Oh.
And if you go to like TNT, it literally is playing all day long every day.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, they're funny. I like them.
Yeah, they're pretty
I
funny,
like
I guess.
Yeah, I don't know why you're dicking on them.
I'm not. It's just kind of funny. It's always on.
Yeah, they have it on they have it on the gym all day. I just know they do. Just put it on.
You ever seen Impractical Jokers, Jake?
I guess it's trash. How do they go to big cities and still trick people?
Well, they get caught. That they do show those in the bloopers. Like people still know, but like what's his name? Oh my god, he like Billy on the Street. Fucking hilarious show. You ever seen Billy on the Street? Oh my god. So he'll be like, he'll like run up to random people in New York City on the street, and he'll have like Seth Rogen right next to him, and he'll be like, "What?" It's like, do you like Seth Rogen or whatever? And someone's like, oh no, he's terrible. And they're like, you don't think he's funny? He's like yelling. And they're like, no, he's so unfunny. And he's like, this is him right here. And Seth is like, hey. And they're like, yeah, I don't like him. They're just regular people. And like, you had to look up Billy on the Street, Paul. I'll have to send you something. He like runs up to like people and he's like, for $1. He like right up to this chick, he's like, for $1, name any woman. And the girl's like, he's like, any fucking woman. And they can't do it. He's like, and she just runs away because he's like in their face just yelling at him. Oh, he's hilarious.
I don't know. Maybe I've seen a clip or something.
I don't know, but that's just point. Like he'll like have celebrities with him. Like there's one where he had like Emma Stone with him, and he goes up to this guy. He's like, "This is Emma Stone." He's like, "Oh my god, wow, that's awesome." And Billy's like, "What's your favorite movie? What's your favorite movie with it? With her?" And he's like,
I know this guy."
Yeah, he's like Harry. The guy's like Harry Potter. He's like, "That's Emma Watson." He's like, "Oh, sorry." And Billy's like, yeah, I'm sorry, I couldn't get Emma Watson either.
It's Billy Eichner, and this is Funny or Die's Billy on the Street, a music and pop culture game show. Now, before we get to this week's 3-round game, let's hit the streets and play a game I like to call For $1. Here we go. Miss, are you jealous of Beyonce's success?
No.
I don't believe you.
I wouldn't believe me either.
Okay.
Are you having a good day?
I am. Are you?
I am having a good day.
What are you doing?
I just went to the movies.
What did you see?
I saw The Story of Marie, a blind deaf girl.
Oh, God, no. For $1, who's your favorite actor?
It's also
Oh, I like Brad Pitt?
Yeah, I think he's fine. Seems like a good guy. I've never been that like thrilled by his acting, but seems like a well-intentioned person.
Great ass. It was great in Troy.
You're disgusting, Miss.
Yeah, he's good. I don't know. Anyways, what we're getting to is like he'll have like actual celebrities, like big movie stars, right there with him, and people will have no idea.
That
that's
guy
actually them.
got his jump on Parks and Rec.
Oh yeah, towards the end, right?
Yeah, like the last like 2 seasons, he was really funny on that.
Oh, the dude's hilarious. Just because he like screams everything.
Yeah,
I don't know why. It's just so funny.
Yeah. So you ever notice? So like from the very beginning when we started doing this podcast, we'd like get on a couple seconds before we go live, and we talk like, okay, what do we talk about today? Is there anything special? Anything going on? Anything like that? Now, like today, it's just like, hey, let's start the podcast. You notice that in the last couple episodes, kind of like that.
Well, we used to talk about our beverages as well.
Yeah.
Is that funny? A beer you're drinking, Jake? Wow.
I didn't bring you things, so I had to go for a beer today.
Oh, I'm sorry. Wait, they didn't have like whiskey there waiting for you?
Well, we had Jamerson.
How many fucking times do I have to tell you guys?
We have plenty. We have plenty.
We have plenty.
You guys are pulling them out of the seats here.
It's like, I got this one and this one.
Oh man. Oh, right on. I didn't know you were a beer guy. But was that a Boulevard? What was that you were drinking there? Actually,
A Guinness Blonde from Baltimore.
Oh, Blonde. Okay.
Yeah.
From the Baltimore Brewery.
Yeah, it opened last year.
Wow.
Well, technically,
it's almost like we talked about that place before on here.
Yeah.
Someone's dream locale.
Yeah, I know, and I've got the actual real Guinness.
Yeah, I love them. So how's everything been, Jake? Gym going good?
Pretty good.
Yeah. I mean, it's about to be a good year for you right here. I mean, people have been locked down, getting fat as shit.
No shit.
New Year's is coming around.
A lot of fresh customers coming.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had a big blood drive yesterday. A lot of people show up and overdid our quota, so that's always good.
Oh, nice. Nice.
What was it? Had a little interesting incident. Blood drive. Passed the fuck out.
So it was pretty
Passed
funny.
out?
Almost.
Yeah, we were borderline. They were trying to stick a needle into my arm.
This is Jake's first time giving blood too, by the way.
Yeah, they go, it's no big deal. It's like I heard it all. They stick it in the first time. Couldn't find a vein. 2-3 more times. Couldn't find the damn vein. She finally found one. They kept rolling around the vein. They had rolling veins.
God.
That's gross.
Yeah, it fucking hurts just thinking about it.
Finds the vein, and then it barely goes in. She gets another nurse. He's trying. Then he can't get it. Gets the head nurse. She goes in. And she just goes after it. Just jams that son of a bitch in there. About 5 minutes of sitting there, I guess the blood bag's not filling up fully. And sitting there, and the fourth nurse comes over. She's needles in the arm. She's digging around. I'm in unbelievable goddamn pain. She's just digging through my skin. And she goes, "How you feeling?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm good." About a minute later, I'm like, "Hey, I'm trying to be tough as hell. It's my first time trying to be a man."
And it's at your gym too, right?
Yeah, like this is my place. Like, God damn. Yeah. I'm like, "Hey, I'm feeling a little, just a little bit dizzy," and didn't say shit. 3 nurses came over. Feet went all the way to 90 degrees. Head went back. Arm went down. Ice picked up my neck, and they go, "Don't move." Arm went down, and then they started like moving my arm and shit. So they keep squeezing, the ball in my arm. And it took about 12 minutes though, 12, 13 minutes.
Yeah, it took you
And
a
it was
while.
a pretty rough first time.
Yeah.
God damn.
Kind of funny because like I gave mine and my whole thing took like 10 minutes, like from start to finish. Like, oh, that was easy, no big deal. It's like, all right, here we go.
25 minutes later, I'm sitting there
In stirrups, like all the way up.
in stirrups, yeah.
Were they doing the plasma shit there?
No, it's just blood.
No.
Just regular blood.
Yeah.
Yeah, good turnout though. Helped the community and all that shit.
Yeah, it was actually pretty cool. Yeah. We were supposed to get like 30 units, and we got 42.
Oh man.
Yeah, we're balling out of control. We kept a couple for
Shut up,
ourselves. We kept a couple for ourselves.
Couple bags of blood.
Yeah, we're gonna have blood orgies.
Oh, bro, I was just gonna tell you, you guys should do a semen drive. This is like, we will personally jerk off every man that comes in. But I mean, I don't know what life-saving thing like jizz will do. I mean, you can make a lot of face moisturizers. I think. I don't know. It's like why Robert, I think, looks so young.
It is, yeah.
Bays in it.
Yeah.
So he just has. If you go into Robert's bathroom, this is a true story. Everybody, he just has like a giant.
This is not true.
Bowl, and he just dips his face. He just brings it out, and he goes under like a UV light. It is true. Don't lie to people, Robert.
Of jizz.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a lot.
it's a lot.
It's a lot.
I'm actually 72.
Yeah. God,
Good.
South Park made a joke about like Cartman needed to get like I don't know why he needed to get sperm, but he didn't know what it was. And there's this like this guy in the
Is
alleyway.
this the one where it's pull and tug on your wiener till white stuff comes out? Is that this episode?
Oh, maybe that's what it was. Or no, he did. I don't know. He needed sperm for something. I can't remember what it was. Maybe he was trying to act like he would like hit puberty or something. And so he went to a guy, and the guy's like, "Oh yeah, just have to close your eyes, and you can just suck it out of this garden hose over here." And he's like, "Really?" Anyway, he's like, "It's Cartman." Yeah, apparently blew a guy in an alleyway.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, I don't remember the whole story arc, but I just remember that part.
Oh, I wonder why.
Yeah, well, I had to pause it and finish something. But anyways,
so
well, that's
excited.
cool though. This is
Yeah.
a busy time of year for you guys, though. For you too, Robert.
I don't know what New Year for a CrossFit gym looks like.
Probably still scared, everybody.
Yeah.
Especially with the videos coming out.
Yeah.
You're
Oh,
gonna be terrified.
Joe Gatto over here is producing some marketing materials for the gym.
Joe Gatto,
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Mr. Roboto.
You should
Joe
make it
Rogato.
like 80s themed. Like you guys get the like this old spandex kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Zubas. Some
Yeah.
Zuba
Yeah.
pants.
You do
Actually,
those.
that'd be a pretty funny commercial.
String
And do like the retro shit. Oh my god, what's that?
Have you seen the Slipknot one where they do that?
Oh, sure. You haven't with the
Yeah, yeah. You're the one who showed me that, Paul.
Yeah, I don't remember where that is now.
Slipknot video.
Do you have it?
No, I don't know.
Hold on, let's see if I'll find it.
Slipknot dance workout video. Try that.
This is I'm gonna send you this as well, Paul. And where
got
do you
all
want me to
kinds of
send
videos
it?
to watch.
I'll send it private.
Yeah, send it
This
through
is the-
Messenger.
This is the David Hasselhoff music video from the 80s or whatever. Well, we'll have to watch it. It's like it's a 4-minute video, but if you have not seen it, it is amazing. I think you've seen it, Robert. I might have sent this to you. It came
I'm
out
sure
a
I
couple
have.
years ago.
Yeah.
It's True Survivor by David Hasselhoff.
Oh yeah, his like actual music video.
Yeah, it's from
Yeah, I've
it's
seen
from
it,
the
yeah.
movie Kung Fury when he like goes back in time and
Yeah.
fights the Nazi dinosaurs and shit like that. Yeah.
I wonder why the guy who comes in to pitch that, he's like, guys, I've got a perfect premise for a movie.
I feel like if Netflix would have been big when it came out, they'd be like, sold.
That's gonna be the same dude that brought forward Sharknado.
Yeah.
That did crazy good though. It still
Yeah, that
is.
was actually, it was a good movie, but
Cult
it's weird as
classic,
fuck.
baby.
Or Tire. You seen Tire?
Yeah, his name's Robert,
My
isn't
God, yeah, Tire,
Yeah.
the killer
it? Yeah,
tire.
the tire's name is Robert.
Yeah, the killer tire or whatever.
Yeah.
There's another one that came out during that time that we watched that I absolutely loved. It was so wild. It was Hobo with the Shotgun.
Is that what it's called?
It's called Hobo with a
Oh,
Shotgun.
I never saw that one.
It's so wild, man. Think Escape from New York, but on a $20 budget.
Oh,
You seen it? Have you seen the Escape from New York or Escape from LA with Kurt Russell?
uh-uh.
Oh,
Yes.
Okay, so just think if you had $20 to make that entire movie, that's how good it would have been.
$20.
Isn't that what they had anyways?
Yeah, pretty much. So yes.
Eye patch on. He's like,
Yeah.
hey,
Oh man, it was
I lost my guns.
dude. Escape from New York is so good. I can't believe you
It's
guys
like
haven't seen
Wolverine
that.
it's like Wolverine with a eye patch on. He
But it's-
walks around like this and talks like this the whole time.
But it's Kurt Russell.
But it's Kurt
Oh, it's
Russell.
Kurt Russell. Okay.
It's a-
You know, well, the movie's
Oh,
old.
yeah, probably
What's
early
funny,
90s.
Escape
what
from
do
New
you think?
York, he had to get it. So New York is a penal colony, and they have the whole thing. And the president's daughter crashes in there, and he has to go in and get her.
Oh,
And so he has to, and because of the penal colony, he has to get in by this glider, and he lands on the World Trade Center. So there you go.
it was before 2001 then at least.
Yeah, and then Escape from L.A. It's the same exact movie except that it's in L.A.
Kurt Russell too, or
Kurt Russell,
Yes.
the president's daughter, goes.
It's like taking 1, taking 2, taking 3, taking 4, taking 5. How many times you get taken?
Yeah, I don't know,
Except this time he had to go in a submarine instead of a.
Oh,
bro. It's so
Red
good.
October.
I've never heard of this shit.
Welcome to the new world.
I can't believe
order.
those are pretty good. Those are pretty good.
So I gotta tell Joe the story. I won't disclose where I got this mug from, but this weekend, Jake, myself, and Kyle and my wife, we went to did a little bar hopping from some German beer halls, and we're just sitting there talking and talking. I didn't say anything, but I was like, "Oh, this is a really cool mug," so I kind of just slipped it, and I didn't say anything. We get out and I'm like, "Hey guys, I got a new mug," It's funny. Kyle's like, "Hey, I did too."
Oh, nice.
I might have kept it a secret, but I might have got a shot glass too. And I got what's in my pocket.
Rob that place blind.
Bro, Robert, you used to make like Cassidy put shit in her purse like all
Yeah,
the
dude,
time.
I got a
like,
shitload of mugs at home from all kinds of places.
and I think even
Criminal.
I'd like if you look in his like
No, what's criminal is them
seasoning drawer-
charging $8 a beer.
Oh yeah, but you go to that.
They have to because they have to replace the glasses.
No shit.
What were you saying, Joe?
I feel like you have like like Red Robin's whole seasoning thing, like you probably put in there. You got
I don't think I've ever bought a Tabasco before.
oh my god, or soy sauce because he
Or
just
soy
like
sauce.
he opens the packets and refills a soy sauce container.
Yeah, yep. I had to get a new one of those deals.
He's a cheap fuck, but
Well, that's free, right? Why would
Yeah.
I buy it? The chumps are the ones who buy it.
yeah, then I throw all my wrappers in the ocean.
I recycle. I'm an avid recycler now.
Oh, do you? What'd you put in a little blue recycling bin at home?
No, it's white and gray.
Yeah, mine's
Oh, it's
big
white and gray.
Yeah.
Do you know where that goes?
I don't know. Probably in
It's
the
a
ocean.
trash pile.
Yeah, the big trash pile.
I don't know, but at least I feel better about myself. That's all that matters.
Yeah, I know. It's like, oh, they're like, let's just paint it different, but it goes to the same spot.
All right, I can't find the dancing Slipknot, but I got your video up.
Okay,
Joe.
play this shit, guys. I love this so much. Everybody just chill out, grab a drink, and enjoy the Hoff taking you off.
Do you want me to play the whole
Taking
4
you out.
minutes of this thing?
I mean,
Just start playing. If
we
someone
will
doesn't
start
wanna-
playing. We can
see what
can
happens.
Stop if we want to. Wild.
Yeah, I'm not sure I've ever seen the movie, but I've definitely seen that video a bunch of times.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, that's like
He watches it before he goes to bed.
that's just a great movie, I think. You know, but
Yeah, no.
anyways, that's the kind of direction I was thinking you guys should go towards.
It would actually is not a bad idea.
I support this.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yeah,
Yeah.
They might need to use some money.
We went a little hardcore
Yeah.
with the first one. Trying to scare people away with the first one.
I
What,
mean,
oh,
you guys.
were you
I'm
guys
assuming you
serious?
guys don't want to debut it right now, right?
No.
No,
No.
you sure?
Sure.
He's saying yes.
I say yes.
I said go for it.
Send that shit out.
Well, you guys are debuting. Wait,
How
is
many-
this the first trailer for the gym?
You want to? You guys want to see the video?
Yeah,
It's
Paul
our New
made
Year's-
us a video.
It's
What's
a New
it?
Year's promo video.
Yeah, yeah. It's kind of like a
Okay.
new, just some marketing material.
I think Amber's the only member watching, I think, right now, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
I think.
Amber, are you still watching? Or
Sneak
did
preview.
David Hasselhoff scare you off? Do you have to go finish something else?
I gotta go finish something up real quick. I might have to too, Hoff. He's good. He's looking good in that one.
I know, that's what I was saying. I kind of got a mild chub going on. Thank God you only see me waist up. Oh, man. Anyways, while he's pulling that up, did you guys have a good Christmas? We haven't talked since Christmas. Yeah? Cool. Don't all speak at once.
I was actually gonna wait for Jake to, and no one said anything, so I was just
You guys
gonna
were
sit
like-
here until someone says something.
Oh, it was good, chill, but always holidays never a holiday without some family drama, so that's always fun. How about you?
Oh, it was just great. I don't know.
Didn't your parents
I don't
come
know.
down?
Yeah, my parents came down. Oh, it was really nice. My
Lovely, quite lovely.
kids, they were so excited. They made out pretty good. Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know.
Like, Jesus, what kind of hills have eyes stuff is this?
Yeah, it was pretty bad timing for a burp. Like it was pretty awesome. My kids made out. And I had to burp a little bit. No, they it was nice. It was pretty cool. They did the whole thing, and
What'd you get him? What was the coolest present? What did your firstborn son get? You give him the best thing, right? Because he's your firstborn son. None of the rest of them mattered.
a
pair of socks for the rest of them.
They got a whole bunch of shit. I mean, literally a whole bunch of shit. I don't. Okay, we can check this out. Go for it real quick. We can jump back to that.
I think Paul did pretty. His skills getting pretty good. We're getting good.
Some ESPN type shit.
Yeah.
You guys hear that?
Nope.
Mm. I barely hear the music.
I can't hear any music.
All right. For Christ's sake. Hold on. Let me try this again.
It's got God's band in it too. God's favorite rock band.
You should. A good funny one would be like, "Are you tired of looking like a fat piece of shit? You want to stop being a loser and just like put up like you could like put a picture of me just looking fat sitting down or something. It's like, do you want to look buff as shit and then just like crop my face onto like Arnold Schwarzenegger, like,
but just make it like completely obvious. Like.
Yeah, I love in Dodgeball the Globo Gym. There are trailers. It's like, here at Globo Gym or Global. What is it? Gym called?
We're better, and we know it.
Yeah, we're better than you, and we know it.
We should do something like that.
Yeah, and he has like what? He had like the electric pads hooked up to his testicles, and he's like gonna eat the donut or some shit.
He like picks up, he shocks himself. Fuck you, Chuck Norris.
Yeah, fuck you, Chuck Norris.
I haven't seen that movie in a while. That was a classic.
That was dope, and I love the American flag background.
Oh, you noticed that?
Yeah, fuck yeah, I noticed it.
America. You want to know why? It's America. That's why.
Yeah, because I served our country.
Served our country.
Our country. Yeah.
Well, Sam doesn't give a shit about you.
I've listened to that song so many times that it's inbred in my head.
That's dope. That was a good tune to use.
Did
It was
you like the
intense.
song?
I wanted to work out.
Do you know what song it was?
It'd
be hurt if you didn't.
It's probably some like from some douchebag band I can't think of. Is it which one is it though? Is it Send You?
Yep.
Is it that one? Yeah, that's what I thought. Bro, I tried looking that shit up on Spotify. Like at my car, I used the Siri shit. I was like, hey, play Send You Running by Chasing Chance. And I was like, play songs alike Send You Running by Chasing Chance on Spotify.
Oh, yeah?
Like it wouldn't pull it up.
Siri kind of has a hard time picking up some of those things.
Yeah. Well, I said it like I was like, "Hey Siri, play EveryNothing podcast or whatever." It pulls right up. I was like, "Fucking dope!" I have it like sitting in my console on my thing. I was like, "We made it.
We made it. We're
We
huge.
made it.
We're huge."
Siri recognizes us, and she has like that sexy Australian voice because I changed it.
I haven't tried on Siri, but like Alexa. Alexa will pick it up, and Google Home will pick it up.
Yeah, don't talk too much about her. She's right there.
She's always listening. Yeah.
You have to pronunciate really well.
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't know.
Like,
We'll have new music here in a month and a half, though.
God, I hope you send out a little clip beforehand that I can listen to.
You want to hear the new songs? I let you listen to a couple of them, didn't I?
Literally every single one.
Oh, well, the last two. I don't think I let you
under-
listen to the last two.
Under the radar.
Oh, that's all right. I had to get some feedback. I'll let Jake's heard them all so far.
I want to listen to them. Wait, did you have any new ones yet?
I have another one we just finished up.
Ooh. Is it a hard one?
It's all going to come out in hopefully a month and a half, so everything will be out officially here soon.
Are you going to sell an album?
No physical copies. People don't really buy those anymore.
Well, you guys did that at the Hanyaks. It's pretty cool. You did the USB.
Yeah, and people don't really buy those anymore.
No one bought them?
Yeah, it's like when you play live shows, you can sell them at shows, but the problem is you can't play live shows right now. What we did with our last band, instead of doing actual records, we did USB flash drives. They were cool because like the album was called Social Candy, and we bought these candy bar USB drives and it say Social Candy on them. It's kind of cool. You just pull it out and you can plug it into like your car or computer.
Pretty cool.
It was kind of like a novelty item, so people bought it up. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Should do the vinyl one.
You still get royalties?
Yeah. Someday when you actually have a big fan base, then maybe. But I think it costs a shitload to press vinyl.
Yeah, he would have to spend money then.
Yeah.
Are you still getting royalties from Social Candy?
I didn't see any of that money. It was I got paid in exposure experience. Is that right, Paul?
I've been glad. I was worried. I should say. I've been glad that Jake, you were coming on, but Robert worried me because you guys had that nor'easter come in and really pound you guys with snow. Apparently,
Nor'easter.
Yeah, it was kind of fucking crazy this morning. It's not so bad now. We got Jake's big boat truck.
Oh, nice. Well, anyways, I was worried you were
about 2:30, right? It was about 2:30 when it calmed down.
Yeah.
Because you see old Bill Clinton's little plan moving forward. Or
Oh,
not
here
Bill
we go,
Clinton,
baby.
Bill Gates
into it.
blotting out the sun. He wants to throw shit up in our atmosphere to...
I've been talking about this for a while, hasn't he?
I know, but it's moving forward now more
Wait,
and
what?
more.
What does he want to do?
He's going to literally like shoot dust, like this metal dust up into our atmosphere to lower global emissions. To lower
What's the
UV.
science behind this?
So hear it out. So they're going to lower the UV rays, the ultraviolet rays coming by throwing this out or whatever. I just wonder if you hear about this, because what else came out about ultraviolet rays just recently? That Israeli study found that the COVID-19 is completely eliminated within like 15 seconds of being exposed to ultraviolet light. And then you have Bill Gates wanting to get rid of the ultraviolet light, force us underground with the other reptilians and the globalists.
Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah. The internet.
Well, then what they do is they give you the vaccine and they say, oh, that vaccine didn't work because now we got a new mutant strain of COVID that's 70% more contagious.
Yeah, you say that?
I love that.
You love it.
Ridiculous.
Was it the CDC? There's like a CDC scientist was coming out.
Oh,
and
the ethnic? Yeah.
Well, no, yeah, the ethnicity one. That was that, but no, just recently saying like, yeah, or maybe it was the WHO. Is like, yeah, we still don't have any. The WHO, yeah, who? I don't know why I fell
Gotcha,
for that.
bitch.
God damn it, because I was in the middle of talking. Like, who? No, they were talking about how they don't have any evidence that the vaccines are actually going to work.
Right.
You heard about
Right.
this?
What is that? I can't see it.
I'll read this to you. So in the WHO, June 9th, 2020, herd immunity, and this, it's a paragraph, so I'll read the highlighted part.
I know it. Yeah. Go for it.
When a population is immune, either through vaccination or immunity developed through previous infection, that's their definition of herd immunity. November 13th, 2020, they changed the definition of herd immunity to herd immunity, also known as population immunity, is a concept used for vaccination in which a population can be protected from a certain virus if a threshold of vaccination is reached, not by exposing them to it. They changed their definition of herd immunity.
How fucking wild is that? It's disgusting that they do that shit.
No, but the government's trustworthy. Yeah, trust their vaccine. Kiss my ass.
Yeah,
it's ridiculous, man.
I think it kind of proved that they're not fucking trustworthy with this omnibus. What do they call omnibus spending bill or whatever this new spending bill is?
Mm-hmm.
I think they've kind of. I think
stimulus relief package.
it's kind of come to the spotlight. What kind of bullshit's going on right now?
What's frustrating though is they did it every fucking year. They do.
This isn't new. This isn't new. Yeah,
it's just everybody's like, I can't work. Like they're closing down businesses, and they're like, oh, and then it's in the news like, oh, they're gonna fucking what's his name? Why am I forgetting it right now? He's Senator, Libertarian guy. I can't remember it. Rand Paul. Every Christmas time, he has Festivus off of Seinfeld, basically where he goes through the spending bills every year, and he's like, oh, we're gonna spend. I know. Shut up, bitch. She doesn't. My dog doesn't like government spending too. Taxation is theft, not Theo. No, what was it? The last one was like they spent millions of dollars to study lizards on treadmills.
Yeah, I saw that one. And then like they're another one is the bug eating one. They're doing research into what bugs you can eat.
I got that right here.
Yeah,
it was like the highest one was spent billions in Afghanistan in counter narcotics efforts, $8.6 billion.
And they were talking about like the
$3 billion was
one of the guys on Tim Pool was talking about how he knows people or knows military have been working there, and they're pretty much just guarding poppy fields.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Well, I know someone that got addicted to that shit over there, ended up getting kicked out of the military because they have zero strike policy, and was addicted with it here in the United States and had troubles with it, and they don't get any help because of a dishonorable discharge. But they're literally guarding that shit over in the Middle East. Yeah. Yep.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah. No, it's pretty shady shit.
Well, Was there more on that list that you had?
Yeah, there's like 40 things, dude.
Oh, really?
I'll try to.
Because the lizard one, the bug one, and the poppy, or I mean the drug one in Afghanistan, those are the ones I
sets up. This was not really that. I mean, shit. I should say this is kind of mean, but sets up book clubs for Pakistani and Afghani kids. Develops a wearable headset to track eating behavior. Subsidizes an insect. Subsidizes an insect ranching company's research and development efforts. $1.3 million. It's just like the weirdest shit.
But we couldn't fix Flint's water.
Yeah, I don't understand how that's been going on for so long.
It's absolute. Or we couldn't fund a border wall. We just don't have the money for that.
Yeah.
But they send trillions of dollars. What was this total? Was like 4.7 trillion?
I don't have a total on this, but it's definitely unbelievable. Here,
I think total. I mean, obviously, a lot of it is used for us, but the fact that they are, but they do this shit every year. It's every single year. But now people are like, "What? Like you're gonna give us $600?" And there was a good meme. You can sponsor a child in Africa for so much a day. There's like you can sponsor a family in America for only $1.64 a day, and it equals $600 a year or whatever.
Yeah.
Dude, like you can go back and forth all day on like is Trump really like trying to maneuver the stimulus? Anything he's doing, drop all that shit. One thing that may have been a mistake, I don't know, but I saw on so many social media platforms people that clearly didn't vote for Trump and don't support him, and maybe don't even give a shit about politics. All they cared about is the headline news, and the headline news was saying Trump wants to increase $600 to $2,000 stimulus. It's all they give a shit about. It's all they care about. They don't even care about the complete pork bullshit behind it.
Yeah.
And they see, goddamn, Trump's our man. We should have voted for him. It's like maybe they should have, maybe they not have, but goddamn, maybe you should have pushed for that earlier. Like these idiots that just want the money, they want a free handout. They see $1,400 more, they get pretty excited.
Yeah. So that's the thing. It's like, oh, $1,400. Yeah, but they're taking a shitload of you in taxes and all that other stuff. Yeah, so let's take your money and then give you a little bit back.
Yeah, I'll drip it back to you one at a time.
Yeah.
Sad.
There's a lot of shit. But I mean, how do you feel about the election? Do you think there was fraud?
Complete horse shit.
Yeah, okay. Because of the shit that just came out yesterday about Pennsylvania. Did you see that shit?
Yeah, 205,000.
205. Okay. Pennsylvania, there were 205,000 more votes than there were voters.
Oh, yeah. This
205,000 more votes than voters, Robert.
Yeah. So this isn't the first state that has come out with this. That's just one state, right?
But there's no, and how they kept moving the goalpost too. Like there's no evidence of fraud.
So there's
widespread
two things.
evidence of fraud.
There's two things.
Yeah, they went from there's no evidence to this is a disputed claim.
Yes, and then it also is like, it went from there's none, there's no widespread. This is disputed. No court he hasn't won any court case. No judge has picked it up. Still, no judge has picked it up on the merits at all. Like so, it'll be very interesting, especially with Republicans suing Mike Pence right now.
Yeah. I didn't see the full story on that, but I just kind of got the headlines.
Yeah, they were suing Pence on to make him like pretty much account the votes
on the 6th, right?
Yeah, on the 6th. So it'll be interesting. There's gonna be a shitload of people out there. I mean, are you gonna go? Are you going to DC?
I'm fucking trying my best.
Are you really going to DC?
Yeah, I'm either fly or I got a couple of guys that want to go with me that either got work or can't go, and I'm fucking trying. I'm either gonna fly or drive. One way or another, I'm gonna try to go best I can. Because, man, I don't want to look back. It may be some complete shit show, or nobody may show up. I don't know.
Oh, there's gonna be a lot.
There's people today, that Civil Rights March or Woodstock, something back in the '60s, some big shit happened, and now today they look back and go, God, I wish we would have done that shit. This is, it's political, it's a little different, but still. I'd like to look like in 1 year, 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, 40 years and be like, yeah, I did that. Be kind of cool.
This is that January 6th, I feel like is going to be a big moment. It might fall. You're right. It might be nothing but horse shit. It might just go on. Trump loses, whatever, blah, 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 gone. However, if Pence just is like, no, Trump won, and you're going to be at ground zero. Oh my Lord. All I got to say is if you meet God Emperor,
it's America.
Alex Jones.
Oh fuck!
If you meet Jones out there,
I want to see that guy in real life.
Kiss him.
Please get something signed. at least 2 things. I know you'll want one. Get something.
I'll
signed.
eat your ass.
Sign my ass cheek.
Tell him to literally write that. I'll eat your ass.
I'll eat your ass. I will. I will eat your ass.
I would lose it. I'd be so happy.
I got to read you this. This is about that January 6th. It's about the Executive Order 13848. I'll try to, like, it's probably take me about 45 seconds to read, so give me a second. But
no worries.
So this is what somebody says is going to come forward, and they go, when they post this is on a 4chan site. 4chan is like literally trying to find a piece of gold with a teaspoon in a desert of sand. But sometimes some shit's good, so we'll see. But here's what it says. Executive Order 13848 declared a state of emergency 2 years ago when Trump and a crew allowed the Democrats to fuck around in the 2018 midterms to justify the executive order which then allowed the DNI to set traps and monitor the election and investigate afterward. And the DNI report from that, which Pence is privy to, shows fraud and collusion with China, which makes the Democrat elector slate invalid, resulting in the cheating state not having sent any valid electors to represent the will of the people. Thus, their state's the state's results will be thrown out. Pennsylvania plus one other one will result with Joe being under 270, making a contested and going to 1 vote per state, which results in Trump winning. In the second paragraph. The only other outcome is some sort of fuckery by the Democrats or Pence backing out and ignoring the DNI report. But in any scenario where Trump doesn't win the EO 13848 and DNI report, I mean they're actively subverting the election and ignoring the will of the people, which officially makes it an insurrection, allowing Trump to invoke the Insurrection Act and martial law where the military takes over the police and court systems in favor of the military tribunals that have no due process and can result, and this is the crazy, but this is where it goes like crazy off rails, but it's from 2020, there's no borders of rails. Result in a firing squad and gas executions of all the corrupt politicians, judges, poll workers, media pundits, pushing propaganda, tech giants, censoring, etc., who contributed in any way to Biden winning, and thus a foreign power subverting the election and the will of the people. EO 13848 it's a typo. It classifies all the above people as war criminals who will be executed for their treason during wartime, including Pence if he backs down. And that's if the military gets to them for throwing out the Constitution before the hordes of tens of thousands of armed, angry Trump supporters. Trump has summoned to D.C. on the 6th to get to them after being told your votes no longer matter, democracy is over. Saw that today. It's kind of interesting, but I know you don't like the martial law thought. I remember that the other morning. Yeah, no.
Well, the only way I support martial law is like, what if there is blatant? Paul, how would you feel if there was actual provable fraud that took place and they just like, no, we're just going to let them win anyway.
Isn't there?
I know that's why I'm asking Paul.
That.
That's why I'm asking Paul. Like, are you okay with them just doing that then and not stepping up?
Of course I'm not.
So you would be okay with it then? Martial law.
Okay with what? Martial law.
It's the same thing. What's the difference? There isn't. There's literally no difference. Is the step up? I mean, I'm just saying we could be getting hoodwinked. I mean, because there's all that shit like, oh, they're just wanting you to fucking raise money for Trump's legal funds so he can pay off his debt for his campaign.
I would actually feel better if the people rose up versus martial law.
Well, okay, so who's in the military?
Yeah, I understand that.
It's
I'm just saying that. But the military and during martial law are not doing that under free will.
Sure.
I mean they're under orders and they're going to be
sure.
doing. I think people like us, if we stood up and said we're not going to deal with this shit anymore,
and that's
I would be behind that. I'm not behind the martial law thing.
That's why I'm very in support of January 6th, people going there.
Yeah, I mean, I think that is actually more effective than martial law.
But also on top of the Insurrection Act stuff, I was reading something that they were trying to pass something in the House where
50-100 line.
Yep, where they were trying to override the Insurrection Act. Not override it. You can still do the Insurrection Act, but it's with congressional oversight, I believe.
Which makes no sense.
Nope.
Exactly.
What the hell does that do then?
Yeah,
exactly. They were trying to slip it in. Yeah.
Congressional oversight of my ass.
Where did that go?
I'll eat your ass.
Do you know where that ended up?
From what I understand, when he pushed for the $2,000 stimulus, he was basically pushed for what most American people I was seeing as well said is that stimulus package is bullshit. It's not a stimulus package. It's like, what was it, $900 billion for overseas? It was
and
like
a tiny little, like an extra, here's $20 for you.
American citizens.
Yeah.
I'm still trying to learn exactly what it says because I'm not versed in what they say. But something about like we're going to evaluate the overseas payments and then separately push for a stimulus package, which is what he signed. Which people are freaking out. They say, "Oh, he signed it." Well, he didn't sign it. He wanted to revamp. I don't understand, so I'm not going to say anything on that.
Oh, he did. So he did sign the omnibus thing. He did what he did was okay. I was wondering if it did get pushed through, of like that certain point, but he did like a red line veto,
which means basically nothing.
Which there is no such thing as a red line veto, and it's like him trying to save face a little bit there. Supposedly,
I've heard some people saying like he pretty much just bitched out.
But I don't know. There was no bitching out because there was enough votes. Like he could have said no.
But why didn't you? If he knew it was going through, why didn't you just like? Well, then I'm gonna veto it anyways. I know it's going through.
Well, because for the reason is he wanted to point out to everybody. That's why he did that video, that 4-minute video that we ended up showing that like shocked everybody. Like he was just literally reading like, this is the bullshit that they're doing against you guys.
Crazy.
But why not veto it still?
Because they had enough votes to override his veto.
Yeah, but still, why not veto it then?
Because God, let me fucking finish, Robert. Jesus Christ. Because he literally, what he did with that red line veto is saying, this is dumb. You shouldn't have this. This is dumb. You shouldn't. Yeah, it's symbolic. That's what it is.
Yeah.
He could have vetoed it and had no message, right?
Well,
by him doing this, he had a message. He had a message. You know what I mean? Because he said, this is the bullshit. Get this out. This is the bullshit. Get it out. But he could, I mean, him just signing it, that means he's okay with it. Him just vetoing it doesn't do anything. So what he did was like more of a symbolic thing. That's why. And I mean, it sucks. It's, I don't know. There was like, what was it? Only 8 senators, 8 Republicans, or no, 6. No,
60 Republicans and 2 Democrats. 62 Republicans, 2 Democrats.
Well, there was only a few that like.
No, I think you're talking about the
You're different.
the first one.
This new one.
Yeah, the one with the 2000 the House just did.
Okay, never mind. Well, what were the counts?
Well, you were right about that. It was 62
the first one, the original
in the House. Yeah. Well, no, that was for upping to 2000 in the House. There was 60, which I'm fine with. And a bunch of Republicans in the Senate have already said that they want to do it too. They would want to up it or whatever. But Mitch McConnell, he blocked it earlier today, and then he's actually going to do a different one where he's going to up it from 600 to 2,000. But also included in his is he wants to repeal Section 230. He's put it in there to repeal Section 230, and also to create.
Is that Mitch McConnell put it in there?
Yeah,
Mitch McConnell supports repealing 230.
He just put out a bill. He's going to send it to the floor to vote. Senate's going to. So they're doing the 600. So the House did the 600 to 2,000. They passed that. That's all that was in it. McConnell, he's doing that inside the bill plus repealing Section 230.
No shit.
230. Which one's 230?
Social media protections.
I had questions about that one as well.
I didn't know he supported that.
Well, he's doing that because that's what Trump had said in that video. So it's kind of signaling like, wait, is McConnell still in Trump's corner?
Why do they want to repeal 230?
Section 230.
It seems dangerous to repeal that.
So yeah, they want to get rid of it because social media has too much protections. They're literally deciding. I mean, you're seeing the shit. The president of the United States is putting stuff out, and they're like, "This is false." Like, why is a social media company doing that? So another thing.
So what happens though is then just like us, like YouTube can be like, nah, we don't want those guys on here. Nothing we can do about it.
It takes like the risk of like, say, if you post something on YouTube or say Twitter,
it takes it off of YouTube.
No, it takes like the publisher's rights. Like, say, if I post some really crazy shit on Twitter, from what I understand, it's supposed to do is it takes the clause of Twitter, like, hey, this is on Twitter's fault. Now it's just my fault, not Twitter's.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah.
But I could see it could flip flop, make it swing the other direction.
But then worse too. Yeah, but then Twitter can just be like, I don't want you on here no more.
See, that's the scary part too.
Yeah. And that's like what people use. People use Facebook and Twitter. I mean, there's no alternatives really.
Yeah, they're gonna. That's
scary.
Yeah. So that's why I don't understand why they want to repeal it.
That's why they're thinking this is a stall tactic, because if they do not vote and pass 600, if they don't up it to $2,000 before the Georgia runoffs, Democrats are going to control the Senate. I mean, they are. McConnell's going to lose power. So by him doing this, they know the Democrats are not going to do the Section 230. That's why he's including it. That's a stall tactic, so he can then point the blame at Pelosi, and then hopefully they can squeak by. Oh, I mean, God forbid, just fucking up the money to $2,000, you know. But yeah, that's what is also being said. It's just a stall tactic because there's no way the Democrats are going to pass just getting rid of Section 230. And I don't think just getting rid of it is a good idea either because of that. There just needs to be like a reform thing where basically is like freedom of speech. You guys do not decide. That's it. You know.
I wish it was like, it's such a weird thing, man. With the all of our social media, like it's a private apps, private companies, all these things, and it like, I don't think they should be censoring the President of the United States or anybody, me, you, anybody in this room or anything. But it's like, it's still private. I think, God damn, like, if I go into, you know, if I don't own CrossFit Kohana, I go to CrossFit Kohana and I say some racist shit, like, Arjun kicked me out. Arjun kicked me out of the gym. Like, it's how it should be, I think. And it's like, I see it all, in my opinion, I see it on both sides. I see the same of like, if I go on Twitter and post some weird shit, yeah, I should probably be kicked off. But then, you know, where you draw the line of who get kicked off, who doesn't. And I think it's so powerful now because the president doesn't get his voice out and say the mainstream media or TV. So he goes on Twitter, goes on Instagram, or goes on whatever he's on. That's his freedom. I think that also should be his freedom of speech because it's how he's getting to people like me. And it's like, I see both sides, and I hate that I see both sides.
Yeah,
it sucks.
I'm in the same boat you are on that one.
Like they should be.
I just saw this bro.
Yeah, they've been talking about that quite a bit. Yeah, that's the first thing they're going to do on the 20th if he's out.
He should drop a bomb and go to Parler or some shit like that. Parler or Meme or Mimi or whatever it's called.
Bring a lot of people over there.
Yeah. Or just go to WeChat.
WeChat, yeah.
China owned.
Some crazy shit. Or, what's that called? Kick?
I think TikTok would actually work better for Trump.
Yak? Was it?
His
Yak
dance
was
in
that
his
other
way.
one. Was it Yak? Yak was that Yik Yak? Yeah, that was that college one. That was stupid.
I was all for just sex and drugs.
Yeah, that's why Trump needs to be
Rock
on
and
there.
roll.
He's like, hey, I just created a Yik Yak account. Find me on Tinder as well, bitches. Never mind. I was gonna say some other shit, but yeah, I probably shouldn't.
You watched any like was it this year? I think it was this year. Any of the 10-part series of the Fall of the Cabal or the new ones that came out?
Yeah, we watched that together. Yeah.
Yeah, I had Robert when he came out.
When we were in Colorado, we watched it.
How much? Like all 3 hour first.
We didn't get to the very end of Fall of Cabal because.
Did you finish it on your own?
Wife.
Oh yeah, she's like, this is stupid.
Yeah, well, I watched it on my own.
Okay, you do watch.
Yeah, we all finished it.
Yeah, it was the Q stuff.
So did you see that these YouTubers they made like a website and they took every single subject minute by minute to the whole thing. It was huge, and they I hate this fucking word. They debunked each thing she brought up, each thing that Janet Lady brought up, and said like this is true, this isn't true, this isn't true, and they tore her apart. Did you see that?
No.
I'll send it to you guys in a group chat someday. But like, yeah, I read through it today. I was watching this part 2 today. I think she has 5 parts out of the part 2 of like 17 parts coming out. She's releasing them, so on and so forth. But the part 2 goes like way back into the history of like the Knights Templar, the Jesuits, and like people in it was like 900 AD when it's like the Illuminati, Templar, Cabal, everything, all that stuff started. And she's explaining where it all came from and how people are saying like Napoleon was controlled by the Illuminati and all that kind of shit. It's pretty crazy as you bring stuff together. But it's annoying because you say that the saying is some shit like, you know, if somebody like her brings facts to the table without much evidence, like she just says stuff and says, oh, that sounds credible. And somebody else can bring something to the table and go, well, that's not so credible. I say this way, but then like nobody has their evidence set there.
Yeah.
Better she brought sources and information forward, but to be a lot of work for her videos.
It's just who you believe.
Yeah.
I like her stuff though.
Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah. But I mean, is that your inherent bias though too? That's what I always gotta catch myself is like, I want this crazy shit to be true too. And so it's like, I don't know.
It just sucks, man. Like how many times throughout, say, our lifetime or so many lifetimes, hundreds of years, can these weird coincidences keep happening? Like this shit in their videos. Like, god damn, I don't want people to be eating children and doing that kind of shit. But
yeah,
god damn.
Yeah, the one that was like you could look up. I don't know. It was Hillary Clinton, the Clintons' aide down in Haiti. They're like literally shipping off children, and they like prove. I mean, it's that one is proven. Like they had sent back, like these kids or whatever had parents there, but they were taken or whatever. And like, oh, these are orphaned kids or whatever. They need
These
help.
kids were literally taken from these parents.
Yeah.
Like,
and she had worked for the Clinton Foundation.
The thing, like, it's clear. Like I would say, it clearly seems like it's known and proven that at some point, whether it's today or in history, at some point, there's people out there that will drink blood, eat kids, that weird shit to like ball them all. Like we know. I don't know if Hillary Clinton does it. I think she does, but who knows? But it's like, the sex trafficking, the Jeffrey Epstein, and like all this stuff involved. Anyway, that Dallas has got their head up their ass. That stuff's out there.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that one's pretty obvious.
Yeah.
Obviously, because that guy's in prison. You look at his connections. There's no way that. Yeah, there's no way there isn't connections there.
Epstein.
Yeah, Epstein and all that shit going on.
Like, there's no way that shit ain't true.
How he's still alive?
He's in Venezuela or some shit now.
Yeah,
just living life, man.
Yeah.
Or he's in Antarctica, chilling with the aliens.
Living in the middle of the earth.
Yeah, well, yeah, he's in the center of the earth with the lizard people and the globalists and interdimensional child molesters.
The Anunnaki.
The Anunnaki. Yep, there you go.
Yeah.
Someone watches their Ancient Aliens.
I was pretty goddamn disappointed that aliens didn't drop that on the 21st. I was pretty sad that day.
Did you see where was this at? And oh my god, they had a video. It was a pretty good one. It was like a UFO, and it wasn't like a grainy video. It was like literally looked like fire debris falling through our atmosphere at the ground or whatever, and then it just like slowed down and stopped, and then moved. Like they were like, "Holy fuck! What the hell is that?"
Dude,
I 100 believe there's aliens out there. 100%.
You guys want to see this article?
There's no fucking way they're not true.
Yeah, 100%.
What do you got?
You can call me crazy all day. I believe it.
So what you know about UFOs?
When was that posted? Oh, today?
Today.
No shit. Well, how much power does that have? Like,
is this just kind of like a publicity stunt? Take eyes off everything else that's going on.
The first sentence says, if the U.S. Senate gets the executive branch to agree.
Oh,
so
yeah.
that's not
Headline clicker then.
Well, as long if Trump stays not, I feel like that's one of the things that I was so hoping before.
Like when you reach your second term, that's when the shit happens because you don't have to worry about getting reelected.
Yeah.
Bingo.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Speaking of second term bullshit, there's an interview with Obama with Colbert.
Yep.
And did you see this shit?
Yeah.
You guys saw it where he's like, the third term, if I could, be in a basement somewhere and have someone with an earpiece in, just, saying what I'm telling, just saying what I tell them to say kind of thing. It's like,
Yeah.
It's like, hello? What? Oh my God. That's bonkers, especially with that wire being shown at the debates or whatever with Biden. They're like, oh, that's not a wire. It's just his catheter. It's just a hold up his catheter.
So like, 2 weeks ago, I was getting driven crazy because I asked a couple people I know who normal adults have jobs, have kids, have families, all that kind of shit. I asked them about, are you going to take the vaccine? And do you believe in aliens? Just so I was like, hey, let's start a conversation, be weird, but let's just
aliens.
And they were like, both of them said, no, aliens, that's some kid shit. And they said vaccines. And I said, what do you think about that? And they go, well, why would I take it? The government, like, I shit you not. Both these people said, it's from the government. You're supposed to trust the government. Like, why would you not take it? Like,
oh
man, I want to believe so bad that's the minority.
If you don't have a healthy skepticism of the government by now, you're not paying attention to anything.
Yeah. Like, god damn, man, that was crazy. I want to believe that's a minority so bad. I think it is, but I don't know, man.
I think half the country is like that.
I think that's more a majority than a minority.
Well, there's reports coming out of like there's a vast number of healthcare workers that are not taking the vaccine. Like, and those are the people that should be,
I know a lot of people have taken it, and I don't really believe that like vaccine's gonna like hurt you or anything. I don't.
Well, I don't think initially.
I just think it's necessary for a lot of people.
Well, yeah, I don't.
Why take the chance when it?
I don't believe there was a malicious like intent with it. I don't.
I guess that's what I'm trying to say.
However, long-term side effects
unknown.
That's unknown. But someone did point out a pretty good thing I was watching is, when the polio vaccine came out in like was it 1794 or some shit like that,
No,
or maybe it was like
right.
1800s. No, yeah, it was something like that.
You're probably way off.
It was like,
Polio?
anyways, it
It
was
was like, I think 1930, wasn't
no,
it?
not polio. It was some other fucking.
Yeah, I was gonna say because
Not
Roosevelt
polio.
had polio.
It wasn't polio. It was something else, some other vaccine. It was like in the It was like 1794. I can't remember what they like. Everybody that had taken that vaccine that the government had distributed it, they're all dead now. So something to think about.
I didn't think about that for a second.
Yeah. So like most of that.
They
I can't
are
remember-
That one.
Just 1794. Yes.
Yeah, I can't remember what it was. It was something.
Yeah.
They're like all those because I like had me in. It was like all the people that had taken it or whatever. This guy's like doing the video. It was like all of them are dead now, and he just like staring. I was like, oh my god,
Oh my god.
Well,
Yeah,
it's like,
I don't know.
What is he
That's just
uncovered?
that's just the way I look at it. I don't think it's a malicious thing, but I think why take your chances when most of it can be cured with diet and exercise?
I disagree with you, man.
You think
Yeah,
there is
yeah,
malicious?
I fucking do. Like,
Yeah.
I look back, like, when in the 60s, like mid-60s, when the psychedelics were coming out. Like, we talked before in the podcast about, like, what I believe in psychedelics. Now it's, it's deep and all that shit. And whatever it may be, I think there's something big behind it. The government understands. Like, look at the MK Ultra trials, shit like that. I do think, though, that, there's something in the vaccine that, let's say it, maybe it does cure COVID. Maybe it does help COVID. But, like, sliding something in on the outside, maybe that, with the pineal gland, something like that, or something maybe where it, it's freaked me out what I've seen. And again, we clicked that thing and just that first line was different from the headline. Like, it didn't clarify what it said. There's so much headline news out there, but I've seen things people talking about they've taken the vaccine and then they go, I don't feel God anymore. And that shit legitimately freaks me out. And I think, what if, the vaccine is curing the COVID, it's fixing the COVID, but there's something in the vaccine that's make people less, what's that word? Like,
Make it more docile.
more docile, less imaginative, more docile. Like, it's like a home for a cow to shut the goddamn cow down or something. And it makes people question religion more, or question religion less, I mean. And, I would, like 3 months ago, somebody fucked with my head when we were talking about this stuff, and they said, are you ever wrong? And it messed with me because I'm like, holy shit. Like, can I admit I'm wrong or like something like this? Like, what will make me wrong? And like last week I found something and it said, any argument you ever have, whether it's fitness or it's psychedelics or whatever the hell it may be, you have to have two things that if they were 100% in your face proven and it was like legitimate, that would force you to give up your argument and believe it. And I'm trying to, like, every argument I have, and I'm trying to go through a formula, everything, and go, okay, if I believe the vaccine is malicious, what two things could truly show me that's not? And I don't have anything yet.
Yeah. So I don't feel like there was anything malicious done with them. Is there a possibility? Sure. Because you have massive government spending to all these private companies where they're developing this vaccine, right? You have massive amounts of money going to them. You had this same shit going on when you had, like, I think we talked about the South American, like, venereal disease shit that they were doing.
Mm-hmm.
That was our government paying scientists to do this shit. Obviously you talked about MK Ultra. I mean, they killed one of their own, Frank Olson, killed him with the MK Ultra shit. And then what's wild about that is the MK Ultra shit. So they shut it down. They got rid of all the paperwork and evidence or whatever. So they tried to, they burned it all or whatever. However, they found a couple boxes in a different storage facility after the Congress was investigating, oversight committee was investigating it, and they found that stuff. And that's the only reason Frank Olson's family knows he was killed as a result of the CIA, is because they found this stuff. Because no one was saying anything. Like, no, that never happened. We didn't do that. He just killed himself. Like, that was his thing.
Wild, man.
They found all that, and they're like, you need to shut this down or whatever. But then there was reports years later that the CIA never actually shut down MK Ultra. And there's reasons to believe, like, they're still doing it. And it's so wild. Have you I know
Maybe
Jake, you know
your
about
vaccine's part of MK Ultra.
Well, I'm not alluding
it's all
to
mine shit. No, I know.
I'm not alluding to that. What I'm alluding to is, like, I can believe, like, there's a possibility it could happen. I don't know. I just have a feeling like I don't know if they did do something like this with with this.
But I think the moral of the story is it's good to have to be skeptical and to do your research and you shouldn't just believe what someone tells you one way or another. You should actually do your research and just not take everything how it's presented.
I got to drop a seed. I don't want to bring this up now, but I want to bring it up later. Just drop a seed for later. I have a theory that if this gets out, like, it could probably delete the podcast, but it's about Hitler. We got to bring it up later. It's fucked up theory, but it's EveryNothing podcast. It's literally no subjects off limits. So I got to bring it up later.
That's what it says.
Later.
Nothing is off limits until they censor us.
Yeah.
Well, we're off limits in North Korea, Venezuela,
Cuba, Syria.
Yeah.
But dude, I believe that MK Ultra shit's still going on. Hell yeah.
Yeah. So there's all that. I saw. Oh my god, it was a pretty good meme someone had posted. It's like, hey, different ways to help. Like, if you care about your environment, there's a lot of ways that you can say, help your local environment neighborhood. Just go ahead and search up Operation Northwoods to help with the forest area in your area. Look up project as it was what's that bird one? I can't remember the project one.
Mockingbird, Operation Mockingbird.
Yeah, look up Operation Mockingbird to help your bird population in your area. Just tell you to like Google all these different ones.
Force red pill the fuck out of them.
Yeah. It was pretty funny, like how they had it set up. It was like, oh, some hippie did, like, Operation North what? What is North I don't think I have the right thing. What is this? Like, I don't know. I thought that was cool. That was pretty funny. Yeah. Anyways, long story short, as what I'm saying is, like, again, I don't know just how I feel. I don't think there was on this, but I can easily believe it that there was something. I easily believe that there could be. I just don't have that feeling. I guess I don't know, because everybody was running with their heads fucking cut off this year.
Mm-hmm.
And that maybe that could even mean there was more justifiable means that they did do something like that. But I just feel like there was just mass chaos with everything going on. Everybody rushing all these, because I think at the other thing is these private companies, they're looking at their bottom dollar, so they're rushing to actually create a viable vaccine
to make a shitload of money. Yeah, they're getting money from the government, through Operation Warp Speed and all that other shit. But when they came out with their shit, stocks boom. So it's like, I tried to decide if like you said, everyone's kind of running around with their heads cut off. If like, I tend to think that like Cuomo and all these people are just trashing their states and like how things have been happening, that there isn't some ulterior motive. It's just a bunch of idiots that don't know how to handle the situation. Like, they're just thrown into this dumpster fire and they're making all the wrong decisions. I don't think there's agendas behind most of it. No, I just like a grand scheme, a grand plan. Like, we're gonna do this because this is gonna happen. I disagree with you on De Blasio and Cuomo, though. You think they have 100%. I think they have agendas, but I don't know.
They're so dumb.
Yeah, but I also think that they're stupid. You've been watching. I told you to watch Tim Pool. You've been watching his shit. What has Cuomo and De Blasio been doing since this? So they are shutting down shit left and right. People are going out of businesses. Mm-hmm. What are they doing when these businesses are closing down? The government of New York, the state of New York, is buying up all these properties at low prices right now. That's bullshit. That's 100% what they're doing. That's like mob shit, what they're doing. It's like, we're not going to let you run your fucking business. Cuomo is. You go out of business. You can't pay your rent. You can't pay your mortgage. The bank takes it. The city buys it.
I would guess most people believe that saying of the truth is stranger than fiction. Like, I think that's obviously true. I always think, where do you draw the line where truth is stranger than fiction? Because like you said, like, you don't. Oh, fuck, I forgot what you just said. Well, but, I don't necessarily believe, but I think there's probably that stuff's going on, but I think there's a lot of stupidity going on. There's a lot of dumb fuckers out there. Yeah, 100%. Yeah. Like, if I was running New York, I'd be like, put all the sick ones in the nursing homes. Yeah, that's pretty fucking dumb. See, that was just a stupid decision. I don't think there was like I just wanted everyone to die. I was being sarcastic about that. That's not even a stupid decision. Why would you put them in there? Yeah. Like, dude, okay, ask your mom that next time. She's the admin for her place or whatever. Yeah. Be like, hey, what if old P. Reezy was like, hey, we're gonna put some COVID fucks up in your place. You okay with that? This is a while ago though.
Oh no, I'm not justifying it. I'm just saying, like, I think this was just a pure stupid move on his part. I don't think he was thinking like, I just want all these old people dead.
I'm not saying he wants them all dead.
Yeah, I guess
But
that's the point I'm trying to make.
it would be believable.
yeah.
You saw the shit on Twitter that was trending with this.
Yeah.
I mean, the
I
CDC
wouldn't put it
person
past
saying
it.
is like, let the old people die. They're primarily white. Let's even the playing grounds.
Yeah, they did say that.
Dude,
I mean, close to it, anyways.
You ever seen a kid that like, you give a kid a cookie, like a 1-year-old or some shit. You give
cookie?
another cookie and another
Give me
cookie.
a cookie,
He'll
get you a
keep
cookie.
dropping the cookies and get another cookie. Like the kid always wants the next shit.
Yeah.
I sometimes feel like I'm that goddamn kid with conspiracies and shit like this because anything as a conspiracy, I want to pursue it. Like with the Cuomo putting people in the nursing homes, I've seen so much shit on these weird forums online talking about, like Cuomo put these in people in nursing homes as like maybe it wasn't actually his plan, but it could be somebody's plan to up the COVID numbers and make it look worse on Trump. Like I'm willing to entertain every single goddamn thought I come across. And
I wouldn't put it past that. I'm not saying I don't believe that. I say my general
too.
Yeah, I just say my general belief is that it's mostly stupidity, but I would not put it past that there's maybe an agenda like
Trump,
that.
Like,
yeah,
I don't know. I could see that shit happening.
Well, the
fucking,
fact
they're
that-
all crooked, like terrible people.
Look at fucking Portland, Oregon. They had massive riots.
Yes.
All throughout the year. The day after the election, called in the National Guard, get these fucking hippies off the street.
Yes.
They did? I didn't hear about that.
No,
Oh
so
my
the fucking their governor,
Yeah.
or
they're
mayor,
like,
whatever it was,
day after, they're like, fuck out of here.
Who is the governor called?
is a lady,
Like he
wasn't
approved
it?
it and said like bring him in or what happened?
Yeah.
What's
I
her
can't-
name?
I don't know. I can't think of her
You
name.
know the story, Paul?
Fucking ass.
Yeah, so like this girl's, I think it was a lady
shit up, Jamie.
mayor or whatever. She's
She's
all
a
for the
lady.
riots. Yeah, all for the protesting and stuff like that. But then the second she gets reelected and she knows she's gonna stay in office, she's like, okay, that's it, that's enough.
Joe, I've got this.
They're all playing a fucking game.
I got this thought right now. So somebody was talking. They lived in Portland. And again, all my shit I get from like forums and stuff because I fucking live in Nebraska. I don't live in any cool cities near us, but
It's probably a good thing.
yeah, no shit, right? But
Hold on.
somebody was
Let me
saying-
pause it real quick while you just brought up that Nebraska thing. One pause. I was playing World of Warcraft today. Yeah, I'm a nerd. I love that game. And
Yep,
someone
that's
in my,
her. That's flattering picture.
Yeah,
Yep, that's her.
someone in my guild, he was talking, he's like, oh, I've been intermittent internet or whatever because of the snow. And I was like, where you at? And he's like, I'm in butt fucking Nebraska. And I was like, yo, that's where I'm from. And I was like, he's like, no fucking way. And someone else in the guild was like, dude, Nebraska's in a real place. Shut up, douchebags. Like,
we still shit in holes and have no electricity.
yeah, I don't know, but it was pretty. He's up in Lincoln or whatever.
That's
I don't know.
awesome.
It's a small world, you know what I mean?
I love when people dig on Nebraska. It's hilarious.
Yeah. Anyways, continue what you were saying. You just made me think of that.
I got this like theory. So I heard somebody talking about in Portland. They said, like isn't Portland just up in flames? You know, Chevy's going to shit in Portland, and this guy was saying, yeah, again, he could probably live in fucking Nebraska too. I don't know. But he was saying, it's like, there's like 3-4 city blocks, 3-4 city square blocks that are, up in flames going to shit. But most of the cities running normal. Just the media are in the city makes it look like it's going crazy. And I was driving to Omaha like 2 weeks ago, and I'm sitting in traffic thinking to myself, like, if there's 50 cars around me, so let's just 49 cars on the 50, where all these people, there's 50 people here. I would guarantee that most of these people, Omaha may be a little different, but most of the people around me think that, I'm the enemy, I'm evil, we all are, maybe liberal assholes or whatever it may be. The media makes everybody think that we're all the enemies, and we all believe some crazy ass shit. And like we all want to take the vaccine. But I think that most people aren't that damn crazy, and that we're just made to think it so that, we'll say, if I go to Walmart and the lady says, wear your mask, I probably won't ask her or tell her, hey, I voted for Trump. Because in my thought, I would think if she's telling me to wear a mask because she's a worker, she's probably against me, all that bullshit, the whole term of election, all that shit. Like, I don't think most people are the enemy, but we're made to believe this. We shut our mouths.
It's a divide and conquer tactic.
Yeah, 100%. And we are so divided and conquered, it's unbelievable in America.
But yeah, like I think we were talking about that before. But then that lady is just trying to do her job.
Yeah, she don't probably want to wear a damn mask, but she got to feed her kids.
She could be an ardent no masker and everything too, but yeah, she's got to pay bills and shit. So she's like, whatever, I'll put the mask on just so I got to make money. Yeah.
And that's how they keep people under their heel.
Yep.
Yeah.
What's that's why they fucking hate small business owners.
Yep. They hate us.
Well, they do. I mean, because you guys do have a freedom that, I don't. I work for a company. They could put me on the fucking chopping block like that if I don't do what they say. You know,
Wear your mask.
you know, you guys have a certain level of freedom. Obviously, you guys could, you know, get hindered and stuff. I mean, by the government telling you can't operate your business because there's a pandemic going on.
That's what most people don't get. A lot of people I talk to that maybe are on the other side are just, they just work for whoever it is and don't see like the struggles for a small business owner and stuff like that. So it's really not a big deal. Like, oh, whatever, I'll go to work, make my paycheck.
Yeah.
And
Oh, the government's giving you PPP, your paycheck protection.
Yeah, going to small big businesses. Like,
Yeah. I mean,
there was a guy, it was like 2 years ago. He was in either Las Vegas or LA, I can't remember. But he had a health inspector come and was going to shut him down because he's running a business. He's a restaurant.
I've seen this.
And you see that shit?
Yeah.
He went to go back out. The truck pulled in and he started yelling at him, and the cop's there. And the cop wasn't actually like forcefully arresting him. There was only one cop. But he had a damn good point. And he's like, why do you get to work? Why do you get to make money to support your family, but I don't? Like, it's fucking ridiculous.
Yep.
Like,
He boxed him in. He's like, I'm not going to let him work if I can't work.
Damn right.
Yeah. Yeah. And
and that's the bullshit. And that's what just kills me when I can't have even a conversation with other people that just don't understand that.
How can you be a cop and go to a business, a small business owner? You're like, we have to shut you down. It's a law. Pretty sure you swore an oath to the Constitution, not to the governor asshat, whoever the fuck is running your state. You know, but the other thing is, what I want to say, that gym owner that was,
New Jersey?
He just won a legal case where he can.
Was that the New Jersey or was that the New York one?
New York one.
That was the New York one. I sent it to you. Did you see that? Yeah, that guy.
Oh, did you already have that pulled up? Yeah,
he fucking ripped it up, and like that lady in the background, or no, the Fox reporter right after she
we gotta go.
Yeah, she's like, oh, that's pretty funny.
See that guy? He like the shit where they hold up like signs, and every time they drop, it's like a new sentence or something. And he was explaining, he's like, we have never mandated masks. We never will. We've got like $1.8 million in fines from the governor. We're gonna get $15,000 for this video. But we're staying open, and like his page blew up, and he blew up and everything, and that was in New Jersey. It was
that was the New Jersey guy.
That was the New Jersey guy.
Yeah. He's the guy who's like got millions worth of fines.
I felt bad for him the most because what he was saying when it all started is like, didn't he have, was it like a Dollar General, or it was something right next to him? He's at like some strip mall where there's like it wasn't like a Walmart. It was some bigger store, bigger company, right? And he's like, why do they get to have their door open? We're following the rules. Why can't I, run our business? And that's why I think he was just like, fuck it, we're open. Like, you're not gonna tell us.
We've been pretty lucky here, but like there's most of those states.
Well, it's because you live in a red state.
Yeah. And I don't know.
You're very lucky you're in Nebraska, Jake.
It's hard. Yeah.
Fucking Colorado.
God. Again, it's fucking hard to have those conversations with people. It's like, do you not see what's going on?
Yeah. No, people don't get it. It's whatever. I don't know. One thing I just gotta say.
Did they close gyms in Colorado? Sorry.
Yeah, they're at like 25 or 50% capacity or whatever.
Did you call Planet and see if they were?
They don't do it here or whatever. Well, I just want to get a tanning bed, bro.
Yeah.
You can't beat $20 a month with a tanning bed.
Bathroom real quick.
Just piss Jake off. He's leaving.
Oh, go for it, man. Go for it. I was talking about if like they do pass that $2,000 or whatever, I'm gonna get $12,000.
Yeah, isn't that fucking insane?
Oh my god!
Straight towards the mortgage, right?
$12,000. That's right, because you have like 20 kids.
Dude, get yourself a Harley. Let's fucking do it again, man. Yeah. I will be up in Colorado this summer.
Totally tell my wife that's what we're using the money for.
Well, you only need half of it to get a nice Harley.
Nah, no, we had some earnest money. We just need to finish off. And so actually with this, I think I'm getting like $3,000 right now from just the $600 ones. I'm just going to dump that in earnest or whatever.
Wait, the $600 ones.
Yeah, they passed the $600.
Well, the $600 was passed, and they're trying to get the $2,000 passed.
They're trying
to
it'll
be $600 and $2,000.
No,
it'll just cap up to the $2,000.
Oh, so they are sending out $600 right now.
No, they're trying to pass a $2,000.
But they're sending the $600 for sure.
Yes.
Yeah,
the 600 comes out tomorrow, I think.
Okay, I guess I didn't understand all that.
It can start coming out tomorrow or something.
Oh, so you'll potentially see a check for $600, then you'll see a check for $1,400.
It will be direct deposited if you had your tax return done.
Yeah, but you'll regardless see the money that way.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, then it would be $1,400 the next time. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's why I was telling Jake this is because your money is about to deflate like fucking crazy. So if you have a big savings account, that could be potentially gone. So I'm going to get that money and it's going to go straight into real estate or something.
He's back.
I got this bad, that big savings account that you have. It's going to be worth nothing here in the near future.
Savings account's worth nothing now too.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should buy gold, or actually buy Bitcoin. Definitely get. Bitcoin,
I'm get myself a house before it's too late.
Bitcoin.
Yeah,
Bitcoin's going to the moon, bro. It is
going to Mars.
They spent
Just take my 4Gs and spend it on Bitcoin, I guess.
All the giant
4Gs.
banks, and hedge fund managers. They're buying up. What was it like? Every 1 or 2 seconds is buying up like $200,000 worth of Bitcoin every 1 or 2 seconds right now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Really?
Bitcoin was
like $20,000 now.
Just a month ago was at
I got some Bitcoin going on.
Just at 18,000. Now it's up at like
XRP.
24,000.
Ethereum. Now everybody, what you need to buy is Dogecoin.
Yeah, I've heard about that shit.
I don't fucking know the difference.
Dogecoin, it's made up fun of that the dog meme or whatever, that Japanese dog. They literally made this cryptocurrency out of it, and now it's like major. It's on Robinhood even. Like
how many cryptocurrencies are there?
There's a shitload.
That's why I don't understand it.
There's a lot.
They're right here.
So Bitcoin's just one of the cryptocurrencies.
So they do different things with the technology, with blockchain technology. So the cryptocurrencies do stuff like they have certain things that they do or they are established with. You'd have to look up specifically, like some will be for like logistics, encryption of like sending material, blah blah blah.
Right.
So
I just didn't realize there's so many different ones.
Yeah, there's a lot. But obviously Bitcoin's the most popular one. Like if we go back like in high school and we just bought like, when it was like nothing, and just bought a bunch right now.
Yeah, because it's like 27,000 right now or something.
Yeah.
Fucking
it's
loaded.
27. Dude, it was at 24,000 like 2 days ago or some shit when I was
Hold on,
looking
I'll
at
look it up right now.
Yeah.
Problem is I don't have $27,000 laying around to buy one.
No, on Robinhood you can buy fractional shares, so you can just drop $1,000 into Bitcoin, right?
Yeah.
And they'll buy only $1,000 worth of Bitcoin for you.
Yeah.
And so
if like Bitcoin's $1, you can buy like 5 cents of Bitcoin.
I would use Coinbase to do Bitcoin stuff. It's 27.9 right now.
Bitcoin is in Robinhood though.
Yeah, it's in Robinhood or whatever, and you can buy fractional shares.
See,
you can buy fractional shares of everything.
You see, was an NFL player that was paid in Bitcoin.
Who?
I will find it right now.
I don't know.
My job.
Doing pretty good right now. He's probably gonna be the highest paid NFL player pretty soon. If he doesn't sell that shit.
It was Randall something. I don't remember.
He doesn't sell it. What was that like? What he wanted to get paid in?
I have no idea. I just throw by. That was kind of cool, but I didn't give a shit.
What do you think the future is for like crypto?
I bet you Bitcoin's gonna get up to
Russell Okunk.
Do you think it'll crash hardcore?
No.
Carolina Panther.
Yep. I remember.
Russell Okunk.
Don't think
There's
so.
no way that shit'll crash, man. I don't think so.
No. I mean, it might dip, but it's gonna.
Yeah. No, like people will be like, "Oh, this is dumb. Never mind."
It's the future. No, when you start seeing giant banks, like not dipshits on fucking Twitter or TikTok, like, I just bought Bitcoin, it's going to the moon. You don't have that where you have like JP Morgan, you have these huge institutions that are buying this. I mean, they're not saying they're doing it, but you can look up and see that they are moving money into Bitcoin right now.
Yeah.
It's
the fact that I think is interesting and scary is how the Federal Reserve and the dollar, how everything in the world, America, central banks, all this stuff works. How Bitcoin could be so free and so uncontrolled by the, I don't want to say governments, by these powers.
Well, they don't like it.
Yeah, they don't like that shit.
Well, yeah,
what's like the cash standard and all that stuff.
The fucking conspiracy about like where, how our Federal Reserves, like no one knows if there's actually money in there.
Yeah, it's insane.
Like if there's actually gold in there.
Did you ever look into, and this isn't really a conspiracy, I don't believe it is, but Muammar Gaddafi and the central banks and the dinars and all that shit with Libya?
Yeah, he tried to break away from the central banks or whatever, and
he was coined.
All of a sudden he's dead. What happened there?
I wasn't like what? I think I don't remember, maybe like high school sometime, but I remember hearing about Mo McGrath's got, 30 wives, he's an asshole, he's evil, all that kind of shit. And I'm thinking to myself, like, God damn, this is a serious evil African dude. But I watched an interview with him like a couple weeks ago. I watched the interview talking about this. We translated what he was saying and everything, and I was like, thank you. I was like, this is interesting. I was like, he's not actually a bad dude. He tried pulling away from the corrupt central bank bullshit they tried pushing on his country. Yep. More of a nationalist type of shit.
Wait, you were in high school? God, I was fucking overseas when that shit happened. I just put it in perspective. I forgot how young you are. What are you, like 22?
23.
23? Yeah, fuck, man. Oh, yeah, I was over in, oh, you motherfucker.
This man.
Chinese ass.
Fucking hard you put this thing back on here. If I let him take a drink and I can't get the damn cap off.
Maybe eat some meat.
Want me to help you?
Anyways.
Oh my God.
I loosened it up for you.
I loosened it up for you.
I just want to do.
Whoa.
Cheers.
Sorry, I decided to bring that out.
Cheers. No, that's wild. Yeah, I was out in the.
Yeah, I've heard some of that stuff about the
Asia
moment
land.
coffee thing. Yeah, that's when all that happened.
Yeah, you know how you guys talk about how young he is? Just imagine how I feel when you guys just talk.
Dude, you're like double his age.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Well, I'm
You're
20 years older than you. Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly 20 years older than you.
You're 43.
Just a number.
Well, actually, technically, I turned 44 in November, so I guess I'm 21
Oh,
years
yeah,
old.
we have close birthdays, don't we? What's your birthday in November?
November 26th on Thanksgiving.
I'm 16th. Scorpio.
You're 16.
I'm a Sagittarius.
I almost said a bad word. I almost said a bad word that I wasn't say on here.
Sagittarius. I was Sagittarius.
I almost said one of those words that we were saying before we went live on here.
Don't worry, I recorded you. I'll put it out later.
What? Shoot, dang, I don't remember what I was talking about. Oh my God, I had my dad listen to that last little bit of our. Was it the last podcast when I was talking about? Fuck, what is it? When I was talking about Joel Osteen.
I don't remember.
If it was religion, probably, yeah.
It was how Joel Osteen is selling fleshlights now.
Yes, that was last week. Yes, that was last week.
Yeah, he's selling fleshlights. No, he's not. He's not. But Robert was like, "Oh yeah, I guess you can see that, abstinence thing, or whatever."
Yeah.
I was talking. He has he has the crucifix shaped ones or whatever.
Oh yes, that was last week. And you did that, and we're like, okay, we got to end this.
Yeah,
guys.
I don't know where I was going. I don't know. I just played it. No, I forgot how fucking funny that shit was because you guys were.
Dude, that's like I told you could make some money with that joke. That should be your first stand-up bit.
Oh my Lord, that was funny.
Trying to get Joan to stand up.
I want to try it sometime.
Yeah, you always say that, but you need to actually do it.
I know. I do need to. So, that is so true. So I went to Wednesday night. The youth.
That was really loud.
Yeah, that was very loud. The youth pastor stuff. I was hoping you'd like that, Paul. So I used to go to the church on Wednesday nights, like youth night or whatever. And they had a house for just the kids. Like teens go and they'd play music or whatever.
Hang out,
and me and old Drylander used to go up there to try to pick up bitches. And
perfect spot.
And so the youth pastor, obviously cool dude or whatever, and
Whoa.
that same situation, that video, because he was married.
We're not laughing at what you're saying. You're like fucking. There's this. I don't know.
You're fucking alien talking.
Wait.
You sound like a robot.
Wait, let me snap you.
What the hell?
Oh wait, you won't be able to hear him. Yeah. You're like a robot
Did you just
function.
lose me? Oh, did you change my voice?
No.
It went haywire.
Yeah.
It's only you,
government.
though.
The government. They don't like what you're saying.
How about now?
No. I don't know what the hell's happening with you.
I didn't change anything.
It's like you like sucked helium, but it's like the opposite of helium.
And there's a steel wool in your throat.
Yeah.
Really?
Like deep.
Oh, Rylan says I sound normal. Oh, I guess that's just you guys. I sound normal on the stream.
No, I don't think you do.
I don't think I can talk to you.
No, I do sound. Literally, Rylan just said I sound normal or whatever to him.
I mean, that just must be us.
I think it's you guys.
Look at you guys.
I don't know what's going on.
That's funny because we're the only ones gonna hear it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go see if I can hear it right now.
You should. He's got a lisp too.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I sound totally normal on Facebook.
Well, that's awesome.
Yeah, well, there's that.
I don't know why you do and why you don't. I don't know
Yeah.
how to like reset this thing without shutting everything off.
Yeah, don't shut anything off.
Oh,
Oh,
there
you're
you go.
back!
Is that better
Hey!
now?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
That was weird.
What the hell did you do?
I didn't do shit. It was something you guys did.
We
Because I
didn't do
sounded.
anything.
I went and looked. I went and listened to the live stream. I sounded totally normal there too.
Yeah, I'm sure you did it.
Okay.
Okay.
Anyways,
Well, listen to the podcast when I post it whenever I get to it, and
you're gonna like manually go
Oh, yeah, I
in there and
wonder
like
if it'll
fuck
do
up my
that.
voice.
Yeah.
He's like, fuck, it was me. No. Anyways, what I was saying, we had that. We went to that youth night shit. Blah blah blah. We had a youth pastor there. He was married, and I guess he was fucking around with one of the people, the youth people or whatever. End up like getting divorced from his wife or some shit. And I think those two ended up together. But that one was like hilarious to me because it's so true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of hits home for you.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, do we got any more TikToks? Let's lighten the mood. We're talking about you know all this depressing shit. Thanks, Jake.
Hold on, let me find my favorite one that you sent. It was like I was laughing so hard. Hold on.
You on TikTok, Jake?
I deleted that shit.
Why? Wasting too much time?
I don't need China spying on me.
Oh my god, get out of here, bro. Dude,
it definitely wastes too much time too. It was fucking terrible.
Yeah, it is
The fact that when you open the app and it starts a video, oh, that's bad. It just like starts
you
the
could like
wormhole.
burn an hour in there and so fast.
Yeah,
it was like 10 minutes.
I solely only do it when I shit.
All right, there was two that I really liked. Like I was shitting actually when I saw these, and I was laughing.
I barely am on my phone unless I shit.
I was actually doing one of these.
That's
like,
all I do.
Can you imagine shitting without your phone now?
It's weird.
That's
It's
so sad.
like you're like I got shit. And you're like running. You're like wait, I forgot my phone. You waddle back, grab your phone.
I'm not reading a shampoo bottle again.
It is the worst when you sit down and you're like, fuck. And like sometimes I'll be like, well, I haven't started yet. I'll go pull it up and then just go.
Let's read the Axe ingredients.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna find the right one. I have so many. Holy shit!
We gotta hear your Hitler story too.
I got another one I'll bring up when we're
No,
ready
I
for
think
depression again.
I think Spencer's listening. Hi, Spencer. If you are listening, hello.
This is not it. But
Oh,
I have so many up. I can't even see.
Fuck! I got iced by the government.
You're not going to believe what they hide inside our face masks.
Yo, there's something in here.
Oh, it started playing halfway through.
Yeah.
That was fucking big, like in
Fuck,
college.
I got iced by the
ice.
government.
People still do that?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. For sure.
Sure.
For sure.
I want this one. Let's see here.
Oh, fuck, what was I doing? Sorry, I'm clicking around on my own shit. You got another one, Paul?
Yeah.
Shit. God. I want to say you're fat.
I know. It's when you're up at fucking 4 a.m. It's like, ugh.
What's your favorite celebrity interview moment?
We bring in the studio this morning one of the gay rights activists, Mr. Should I call you Mr? Pepe Julian Onzima. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you for
Good morning.
Morning to you.
Why are you gay?
Who says I'm gay?
You are gay.
What is your favorite celebrity?
You are gay.
He's like, why are you gay?
Who says I'm gay? He like pauses for dramatic effect. You are gay.
Oh man.
The pause is the best part.
Oh, dude, I love it so much.
This one here is one of my favorite ones too. This is the other one of his.
Pet names for your Asian girlfriend. Number 1, dumpling. Number 2, call me fuck.
He's like, you call me fuck.
That's fucking hilarious.
Oh,
Dude.
those two made me laugh when I was. It made me shit faster actually because I was laughing so hard. I was like, oh, there it goes.
Dude, the creativity of some people, dude. I love it. It's so good. Dude, we played that one last week where the guy was like texting the Airbnb person or whatever. Just my voice went to shit again.
No, I just laughed at the call me fuck thing.
I'm just remembering some of this shit. Like I don't know which one you guys has the balls to post on your guys' EveryNothing Instagram. Jesus Christ, you guys post some funny shit on there.
Oh yeah, I
always posted TikToks. Yeah,
yeah, I
This
post
shit's
like
bad.
Like, oh yeah,
for Instagram's bad. It's funny as hell.
Oh, if you're saying it's not good,
like the one that comes to my mind,
Racy.
like it was like weeks ago. That little dude was like, he's famous for something. He's like a crippled dude.
Yeah,
it's like the PS4 or some shit.
This is a retard station.
I think we had a conversation.
Yeah, this is so fucking good. Oh my god.
Dude, no.
I think we had a conversation about that. I'm like, oh man, that's a little racy, Joe. We're like, what? He's the one who posted it.
Yeah, Ricky is fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Like he's one of those guys.
He has
like,
a sense of humor about what he's got going on.
He has a disability, obviously, and he posts some funny shit or whatever on there. But,
Did you guys post that one? I think I stole it from you guys. Of the guy, like the girl's doing like the splits to the front. She stands up, and the guy, like the big old fat black guy, does it, and he like, I can't say it because I'll ruin it. You guys post? Does that ring a bell?
No,
it doesn't sound familiar.
All right, I'll fill you in some other day.
You fill me in, all right.
Yeah, I can't ruin the punchline. It's funny.
Oh my god. Oh, I posted that. Which one is this?
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know. I'm
Oh.
trying to just be as brutal as possible.
Oh, I just posted. I haven't posted in a bit. There's the Hinder one. Did you guys see that Hinder one?
On the Instagram.
Where it
or
was.
what?
Yeah, I put it on Instagram. Don't play. It's like it's like a full minute, like of them just mouthing the hinder lips of an angel.
Oh,
it's like this fat guy with long hair sitting on a bed, like a motel room, like, "How do you mind calling me?" He's just doing that shit.
That was horrible.
And then, oh my god, it was hilarious because then you have like this methed out chick, like being the angel and then I don't know, the comment section is what sent me, bro. I don't know. That's why I posted
talking
it.
about this one.
The comments were pretty brutal, or what?
Oh, it was like, what in the Methodist church did I just watch? No, it was like, what in the Crystal Methodist church did I just watch? Oh man.
I saw this Twisted Tea meme that one where the guy got a twisted tea to the face, you know?
Yeah.
That was
like
brutal.
It was like X gonna give it to you. I didn't get to say that.
There's all
That was so
kinds of
good.
memes on that this week.
Yeah.
Like,
Did I have
somebody was joking in Minnesota. They're like, they're gonna put regulations on Twisted Tea sizes now.
Play the most recent one on our Instagram. That one. It's from College Humor or Funny or Die. I think it's that Batman one. Have you seen that?
Yeah, the stab you one.
I stabbed you first. I don't know if Jake's seen it. Have you seen the new Batman movies?
Which guy's new?
The one with
Pattinson or that didn't come out yet, is it?
Yeah, this is actually from Batman.
Dark Knight Returns.
Dark Knight
Returns.
Oh, okay.
Have you seen that one?
Yeah.
Okay. This.
What is your comfort random obscure YouTube video?
My father never accepted Bane.
How was that, by the way?
Oh, yeah.
I hadn't showered that day, but I fight crime in a rubber suit. really seals in the flavor.
My father only saw a monster who could not be tamed.
You tamed my monster.
My monster. I love that guy.
And 2 other places in an order that would surprise you.
All right, that's it. That is my love you're speaking to. I am her protector.
That's ironic, because we didn't use any protection. And I offered.
You motherfucker.
No, Bain, it's fine. These words will be his last.
Her last words were, spit in my mouth.
A bomb is about to blow up Gotham, and I stabbed you.
I stabbed you first.
With my dick.
With my dick.
What is your comfort?
Oh fuck, I've seen a bunch of videos with that Batman guy.
Oh
They're
yeah,
pretty
he's
goddamn good.
He's in a whole bunch. Isn't Gordon like that fat ginger dude or whatever? Like Gordon's played by that like semi-bald like red-haired guy. In those videos or whatever, he plays him. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's College Humor, or it might be Funny or Die. I don't know. I always mix up the two.
College Humor, Funny or Die is kind of hit or miss.
You ever watched Between Two Ferns?
Dude, we just played a video on it last week.
Yeah. I love Between Two Ferns.
I was watching that the other day. Like, one of my favorite lines from that show, man, is like he says to Obama, "How's it feel to be the last black president?"
Yeah,
that was fantastic.
It's fucking brutal. When he has Hillary on, it's like no holds bar.
Oh yeah. Oh man,
shit was good. Was it still good when it went to Netflix or not? I didn't watch it on Netflix.
Oh yeah.
Still good. Still raunchy as shit.
Yeah.
It's good.
I honestly haven't watched it, so.
No?
You need to just power through them. Each episode's like 5 minutes long.
Yeah. I'll put that on my to-do list.
I think they're on Funny or Die.
Oh man.
Anyways, Hitler.
Should we go back to depressing shit?
Yeah.
Oh, we didn't have any more ticks?
I got a ton of them. You
oh, okay. I didn't know if you had any.
Apparently, you took a lot of shits this week.
Yeah. I mean,
So
we can talk about Hitler if you want.
Did you hear about that? What they think they saw on the George H.W. Bush envelopes at his funeral? See that shit?
No, not what they think they saw.
I gotta.
Go for it.
I'll fucking send this another day. But there's a screenshot that somebody said it's what was in the envelope. It's like a 3x4 card, and it says in print, "They know everything. I'm sorry," and then signed George H.W. Bush. Could be bullshit. I don't know. Maybe it could be bullshit. But you watch the video and all those guys losing their shit, like Jeb Bush and all those guys, and it's kind of cool to think that maybe that's what it said, and they all received it. To think what is what do they know, all that kind of shit.
Yeah, it's exciting. I like that shit, but God, don't you get tired of it?
Yes.
It's like every day.
Next tomorrow. It's
coming
like, tomorrow.
Yep, where the arrests are coming. He's in Gitmo already. It's like,
where's he out, dude?
Come on, man.
Like 2 weeks, 2 more weeks.
Yeah, that's why if
line.
January 6th doesn't hold out, if something cool doesn't happen, because I talked about it last week, but Tahrir Square in Egypt, the uprising there, everything else was normal in all of Cairo except for there. I don't know how many people were there, like 20, 30,000 people, maybe 50 were in Tahrir Square, right? Not that many people. They overthrew the government. We're going to have millions of people in DC on January 6th. That's all it takes.
Yeah.
That's all it takes.
Sowing the seeds.
January 21st hits and Biden's our president, and there's no more push from whatever you may call the other side, the opposition. I'm fucking giving up conspiracies and Q and all that bullshit, man. I'm done with this shit.
The Q stuff kind of went for a ringer because I think John F. Kennedy Jr. is Q or whatever. I'm like, I don't know, like that. I didn't believe that part. I don't know. It was exciting. It was very cool. But I don't know, because the person that they thought was him and his wife were at all those Trump rallies is like a legitimate guy. They went and talked to him before or whatever, up in like Vermont or something. Yeah, it's like he's an actual person. It's not.
Did you see his van got T-boned?
Oh, really?
I heard about that. Like it was, God, I want to say like August or September. He was coming to a rally and he got T-boned in his van and it rolled and heard nothing from him since. That was interesting. No, I have no idea what happened beyond that. All I know is I saw his van got rolled.
I didn't hear about that.
Yeah. That's interesting.
Wow.
So maybe it was JFK Jr. Maybe they killed his ass again. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Killed him again.
Yeah. Have you? I was gonna ask earlier. You guys, or Joe, do you ever watch a X-22 report?
X-22 bomber report.
I was listening to that while I worked out today.
Yeah, I got you on that shit.
Yeah, you got me on it.
X-20. I don't know what bomb report. It's just called X-22 report. X-22.
I don't know if I have. Let me see. Let me just. Oh, I see the person.
How do you explain
I
X-22?
don't even know what the guy looks like.
Yeah, I have what he look. I don't have no idea. All I know is his name is Dave. But yeah, he posts a daily video of the economical standpoint of America and then the political, geopolitical standpoint of America and the world. And it's about 45 minutes every day of the political one and then 15 of the economical. And he just runs through. I only watch the political. I don't care about economical, but he runs through the going on with the government, what's all stuff's happening. And he's way more I always compare him to my Tim Pool because I used to watch Tim Pool, but he pissed me off because I feel like Tim Pool just sits on the fence so goddamn long with everything. So I just watched X-22 for most of my stuff now, and he's way deeper and he's picked his side. He's full I believe this, Q is real, I believe Trump, I believe this, it's all coming. Trust the plan, that kind of stuff. He's all with that. And he's pretty fucking far into shit.
Yeah. Oh, I'll listen to it. I'll give it a listen. But again,
I'll keep listening until after the 6th. After the 6th, I might stop listening.
Well, because it's this trust the plan stuff. Yeah, I can see how you'll say, if Biden is inaugurated and the shit dies off or whatever, how you'd want to give it up. Because, yeah, you invested this and it's that's why I try to question. It's so hard. Because I want to believe it. I have all this inherent bias where I'm like, fuck yeah. Yeah. There's a cabal and they're taking it down, all this stuff going on, but it's is there really? How likely would this happen? You'd have to have so many people not saying anything. You'd have to have a lot of intelligent people. Me just being in the military trying to get something done, there's a lot of dumb motherfuckers out there, so with a lot of these things, it's a lot of these grand schemes and things, I think I don't know. I think some of it's people want it to happen and, or they're theorizing oh, they're doing this because they're going to do this. And there's no proof behind it. I don't know. Like I said,
I'll give that X-22 report. I give him a lot of credit because I've been watching about 2.5, almost 3 years. Mm-hmm. He's got a lot of stuff come true. He's hit a lot of good notes. But there's so much of the trust the plan stuff. I want so badly to stop with the goddamn blue balling and give me some serious shit. I think the thing that pissed me off the most this year out of anything at all was we got Hunter Biden's laptop, we got porn, we got child pornography, all this shit. Giuliani comes out and goes, we have everything, we're gonna drop it soon. Where was soon? The next thing came, the next big thing, and then nothing ever became of it.
The Kraken by Sidney Powell.
Yeah, quit blue balling me.
Yeah.
And yesterday, the day before, the Ukraine shit came out with we're talking about Hunter Biden and Joe Biden are criminals with law in Ukraine, they had tax evasion and shit like that.
That came out in June though.
Yeah,
that was like half of a year ago. Yeah, it came out. It's just a little more details came out, but that was that's this trust the plan bullshit. That's pissing me off. It's pissing off a lot of other people. I don't know. That's what yes, I want to believe all this stuff. I think it's great. Believe me, I talk about this shit every week with these guys. But don't I? I spit out all this shit. I'm like, yeah, maybe, could be. That'd be cool.
I think there's so many people I know today that I've always said I think they think that the world is set in stone now. Our technology, our political, our education, everything is set, and we're evolved enough to where we're done evolving. Whether it's higher up as literally humans evolving and our political everything. And we're done transforming into whatever it may be. So the idea that we may have a revolution or a war or aliens or some crazy shit, or we may have say a president or whatever it may be get arrested, get killed, get guillotined, get whatever the hell it may be. There's no way that's possible. That's gonna the world is set in stone. I think, goddamn, why couldn't World War III or some crazy shit happen at any point?
I'm sure that's 1,000 years ago. I'm sure they thought the world was set in stone.
That's what I'm saying. In 1775, no, 17, what the hell? When did Revolutionary War start? Whatever year it was.
76.
That's when it. Yeah.
No, that's when it ended.
And it was 78. Who gives a shit? Where
was it 1770?
We know when it ended. That's all that matters.
Yeah. So like,
I thought it was only like a year or so, wasn't it? And then on Christmas morning, old G-Dub, he went out there and fucked up.
Morning.
And what
Across
was that?
the Delaware.
Yeah.
Brought
some gifts.
Better ones, probably maybe like the Civil War, but like say, before the Civil War, probably somebody probably was saying back that times, the war is set. We're a nation. We have our slaves. You have your whatever it is. Yeah, President Abraham Lincoln, everything is set in stone, and they never thought there'd ever really be a war that would cause more casualties than any war ever over slavery or control of states.
Yeah, states' rights. Thank you for correcting that, because it wasn't about slavery.
No, fuck slavery. That's a pawn. Abraham Lincoln's an asshole.
It was states' rights. That's how it started.
What?
Yeah. He used slavery as a pawn. I don't believe he actually freed
the
slaves.
No, the Civil War. Well, yeah, no, that was a huge thing, but it wasn't over that right away. It was states' rights.
No, that was a piece to get people unified.
It was a push.
Yeah, yeah. Well, obviously he used it for a good purpose. So
well,
I
totally think it should never have been a thing. First of all, I'll just say.
Let me clarify.
Our society.
First of all, yeah, it's horrible. I don't think it ever should have been, but that's not what the Civil War was. I mean, there's a large portion of it, but it didn't start like that.
That's not why it started.
Agreed.
Anywho, I don't know why we got to talk about that.
You brought it up.
I didn't bring it up.
You brought it up, man.
Yeah,
you pointed it out.
4 white guys talking about the Civil War.
What were we talking about?
I don't know what the fuck.
Everything, like we're saying, was like everything.
Oh
is
yeah,
set in
everything
stone till
changes. It's not set in stone.
Yeah,
in 100 years, we'll look a lot different.
Yeah, I just can't wait for like the inauguration to happen. Whoever, whatever. I just want it to be over because it's like too much headspace in my mind. Because I want to talk.
It's hard not to talk about it and think about it. It's hard not to. Yeah.
I know. I want to talk about other shit. Like I've talked about it a little bit before with these guys. Is like I want to like do a deeper dive, like separate of like talking about MK Ultra and going over the actual verifiable facts. Like these are verified facts about it, and then go like like what maybe there was happening. This is what some people think, and just disclaimer that and go over that. I think you'd be fun to talk to about that shit, Jake, and go through that. I talked to them. I want but right now all my headspace is just on this election. Just keep it up because there's so much information out there right now.
What sucks is it's literally like every single day you are literally like drinking water from a fire hose. There's no holdbacks. It's insane how much information you get. Like what was in news yesterday gives a shit today because there's so much more. It's insane.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it'd be cool though to do talk about MK Ultra because there's not a lot of people that. Oh yeah, what Skywalker? Oh, sorry. I probably shouldn't say that. I probably shouldn't say anything. Because have you seen that last episode?
Of course I have.
Okay. I don't want to spoil it in case someone else.
I haven't watched any of it yet.
Yeah, I won't spoil it. It got spoiled for me. I haven't watched any of this second season. But anyways, I think it'd be cool to talk about like those like Operation Northwoods or MK Ultra, all these other ones, and go over the actual facts. Go over like the documents that came out that talked about Tesla, how he they literally in their documents talk about how he's from Venus.
Yeah.
About Musk?
No.
He's from Venus?
What? No, Nikola Tesla. Tesla.
Oh, actual guy.
He was actually, he's Venetian. They said he was Venusian or whatever. He was from Venus. And he was coming up with free energy and stuff. And that's why, they didn't.
He die like a poor man?
Yeah.
It's the government.
His dad, all his documents are stolen. Family gets nothing.
And then who was the one researching all the documents and got all the documents? John Trump, Donald Trump's uncle.
Wait, what?
Yeah, he didn't fucking stutter on that one.
What did I miss?
Yeah, John Trump was a scientist, and he worked closely. He worked close with Nikola Tesla and had all of his research documents or whatever. And
so he stole everything from Tesla.
No, didn't steal it.
No.
Friend.
Oh, yes. And so that's what's believed is Donald Trump has all this because he did spend a lot of time in his youth with his uncle, John, I believe.
Okay, you looked at me. I was like, wait, I'm not following. What am I missing here?
Yeah. That's a lot of which. Oh, and then the other cool shit. I know Jake already knows this. What's that book that you know that I'm talking about? This is like the last president, the last president, Barron Trump.
Barron Trump wrote 1889 or 1888. One of those two. I get the two mixed up.
Yeah, it's over 100 years ago was written. Barron Trump was the last. He's the last president. He had a very close friend. Was a weird name, but his last name was Pence.
Yeah,
this is written. Yeah,
he was guided through time. He's a young man named Barron Trump. The book was written in late 1800s. He traveled through fucking time, and his time traveler guide was named Don.
Don.
Yeah.
I'm like, why was this
he
shit
met
written
a
back
kid
then?
named Baron.
Yeah, and
that's the main character. Barron Trump.
What's it called? Like the writer? Yeah, writer of the book. The writer of the book, where some shit tied where he was like, what the hell was it? I forget this part. He was tied with like a watchmaker, and the watchmaker made watches, and the watches had like, Trump in the name or some shit. It was just a weird bunch of connection of shit with the word Trump and then Barron, all this weird shit. Like, do you remember that part?
There's a book?
Sorry, what? Sorry.
Oh.
Yeah, this book called The Last President or 1900 or something like that is what it's called.
Oh.
Just look up The Last it's the Chronicles of Barron Trump. Yeah, it's wild. It's his youngest son and is named Barron. Have you seen the pictures?
Yeah, but he could have named his son Baron because he read the book.
What? Well, that would be.
It's not a premonition. What I'm saying is like Trump could have read it and be like, "Oh, that's cool. I'm gonna name my kid
Baron."
Or what do you mean? What?
He's gonna be the last
No,
president.
sorry, I didn't get what you said.
Yeah, everyone's like, "What?" I'm like, "What?" I think it's pretty obvious.
But if he was a time travel, maybe that's why he was named like that.
Yeah.
Chicken or egg. Chicken or egg.
Yeah. Chicken or egg.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh man.
I don't know. It is pretty cool though, like because how it talks about that. Well, how would that? Okay, yeah, he named him Barron or whatever. What did he choose? Fucking Mike Pence as his VP because of that. Is like, let's get that Pence guy.
Yeah.
Like,
that guy got the name.
Got that name. We're just like the book. We're gonna fuck some people up.
Let's
tell him JFK Jr. is still alive too.
Just fucking everybody.
Yeah.
Now it feels like that.
I don't remember what year. I'm sure it was like 1400 or something like that, 15th century. But there was something like, obviously when everybody thought the earth was flat and they figured that shit was round, or he wasn't, I don't know.
Is it though?
It's flat. It's flat. It's flat as hell.
It's hollow.
Everybody thought that shit was crazy to think it was round and find it was round. Everybody thinks that, airplanes or whatever hell is impossible. That's possible. You give her like Bob Lazar talks about anti-gravity, 115 elements, propulsion, all that kind of shit. And Bob Lazar, crazy or not, where he may be crazy, I don't know. He talks about no, he's not crazy. Controlling of gravity, and he said if you control gravity, you control time, you control all that kind of shit.
That's crazy.
I do believe in time travel. I don't think we figured it out, but I think it's possible in the future someday. You control gravity. I think it's possible.
They talk about it. I mean, there's plenty of like scientific research on it. Obviously, I don't know how to do it, but
some dudes that aren't considered crazy believe in it.
Yeah, how's that work though?
I don't think that's a crazy idea.
If you travel, definitely would have to travel through time and space because you couldn't stand in one spot and travel in time. Because if I'm like, I want to be here 5 years ago, I would be out in the middle of space.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's true. Yep, you have to travel.
So you would literally have to travel through time and space.
In like traditional sense, it's not true. Like you get in this little pod and you're in the same place like 10 years ago.
Yeah, you would have to travel, like actually travel through that. That's what I liked about the movie. Well, it was cool. It wasn't time travel.
Bill and Ted?
No, Interstellar. Interstellar.
Oh,
when it's cool because they go on that planet that has like it's all the water on it or whatever, and every second is like
2 years or 3 years.
No, it's like 20 hours or whatever like that. Yeah. It's like, it's every 2 seconds is 20 hours or something like that. But you can faintly hear in the background, it's like, do. And it's like almost a whole day every time that noise happens.
Yeah.
And then I don't know if you've seen it.
That's
but
cool.
Spoiler,
it freaks
whatever.
me out that you're bringing it up, but yeah.
The 100 has that.
So
same concept.
So they're on this planet, and this is actually like.
I hated the 100.
I thought it was a great
show.
He ends up coming back or whatever, and then seeing his little daughter like dying of old age.
Him crying in that scene was cinematic masterpiece shit.
Bro,
Interstellar. I need to watch that apparently, huh?
You haven't seen? Oh my god! I just fucking ruined it for you.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
dude,
is it on Netflix
good.
or anything?
It is
No,
I don't know.
Amazon. It's on Amazon. Maybe it's Amazon.
It is so good, man. It's such a. It really puts it in perspective, like space and time, like where they're at and how.
Did Neil deGrasse Tyson talk about this one?
Yes, he did a CinemaSins with it, and he liked the movie.
He did.
Yeah.
Okay, so then I believe it 100%. As long as deGrasse Tyson gives it a thumb up.
He put a tweet out.
You like 100. What the hell do you know?
If Neil deGrasse Tyson believes in it, that's all. I don't need to know anything. As long as he thinks it.
keep Neil deGrasse Tyson in this subject for 30 seconds.
I fucking love that guy.
Play TikTok. Play TikTok. Play TikTok. Play TikTok. Play TikTok. Real quick. He's looking something up. Play one.
Yeah, here we go.
I'll just pick one. Just pick one.
First one I got. And go.
Hold on. Jake, watch it.
Are they smoking? Or are they gay? It's gay to smoke.
It's gay to smoke. That's commercials in the 2000s. It's gay to smoke.
See, we need to have those on deck just to fill in when we have to look shit up. That breaks
So,
up.
Tyson got fucking just embarrassed. Like, not embarrassed, made fun of on his Instagram post 5 days ago. Santa doesn't know zoology. It's a picture of Santa who's reindeer, and he goes, both male and female reindeer grow antlers, but all male reindeer lose their antlers in late fall, well before Christmas. So Santa's reindeer, which are all sport antlers, therefore female Rudolph's misgender, whatever. And then everyone in the comments just like, also, they fucking fly.
That's pretty good.
God damn.
They forgot about the main point.
Yeah, like shit.
And he likes the 100.
You know, but the cool part about Tyson, he probably thought that was fucking hilarious. Like, oh yeah, that's true.
I guess I shouldn't. Yeah.
I fucking love Tyson.
Santa's a mushroom.
Fucking hate
All
the
right,
100.
I gotta hear this Hitler story before we get off.
Okay.
I've been waiting here to pee for 15 minutes.
All right, I gotta say disclaimer
An
before
early
I bring
morning.
up any of my sources right here. I don't subscribe to this fully yet, but I'm goddamn close. So,
is this when we get?
By the way, Hitler would be like 150 right now, so there's no way he's still alive. Let me premise with whatever you're gonna say.
Children's blood.
Yeah, and we denounce Nazism, right?
Do we?
I don't know.
Just kidding. Of course we do.
It's like here on my list.
Yeah.
Oh,
How
God.
tall is the grass in Germany?
Something like that.
All right, go ahead.
I'm going crazy on this, trying to find everything I can about it. About Hitler talking, like people talking about it. You guys have heard of this? It's the Holocaust denier shit. People denying the Holocaust, saying it was maybe less than 600,000 Jews, not 6 million. And then saying Hitler was a nationalist that wasn't actually a bad dude. His goal wasn't to kill the Jews. His goal was to do this and that. He was pushing back against the New World Order shit, and he was coined because history is written by the victors. And I'll send you guys this stuff. I'm not going to read through all of it because it's a lot, but it's just refresh your memory. He was talking about how he was a nationalist, and some of his biggest things, like his the 10 principles of national socialist thought was: be honest, believe in God and yourself, be faithful to your race, fight for your race, you're a superpower individual, love your brothers and sisters, improve your brothers and sisters, reject the decadence, the best must rule, nothing is impossible. And then Leon de Grell, an SS Strad, I'm not going to say that's a German word, he has a thought, he was in the SS, he talks about Hitler was not out to destroy other races and to hurt other countries. He saw where Germany had prostitutes, whores, Jews controlling the medical systems and the governments and the law, and he said they are controlling us too much. Germany is a weak power in the world, and I want to bring Germany back up to its true power. So when he came into office, into power, he promoted the true, not German nationalist idea of building Germany up, so that he came through, and it was certain things, like one of them I remember off the top of my head was he promoted having babies. So if you had a mortgage and each child you had, 25% of your mortgage was knocked off your mortgage, so that if you had 4 children in Germany as a German blood, to promote the race, you had no mortgage. Your mortgage was weight free on behalf of the government. It was stuff like that he did to help out his German, people. And that looked as though it was a threat to the world, so that a war was started. and it was pushed as though he's killing Jews, and I'm still learning more and more about it. I'm only about kind of a month into it or so, but yeah, I'm very interested to see if people say about this.
Wait, so you're saying that he didn't massacre Jewish people?
Yeah, so it's
he's not saying this. He says he's reading a lot of this stuff and kind of researching into it.
Yeah, from what I'm like.
Well, that's I didn't mean to say like you
like,
are.
This
Sorry.
is what's happening.
So what the fuck you're saying? No, I meant like
it's an interesting idea and concept.
What you're reading,
because we were talking about this before, and I pushed back. Like what you're saying is like there's so many accounts of like the concentration camps, and how do you account for or whatever you're reading, like the sources you're reading? How do you account for all those like provable?
It's so much nasty shit, like so much of many wars in our history of our world, not just America or not just our white people or whatever it may be.
Americans slaughter Native Americans.
Yeah, but they act like Native Americans just wanted to grow fucking corn.
Yeah.
And the Native Americans fought back and scalped and killed people as well. It's nasty shit. And I mean, there's nasty shit going on, but history is written by the victors. And a lot of what I've read and learn about and trying to figure out and see if it's true or not is they say that, and this kind of ties into the Zionist, Jesuit, Jews, shit like that of possibly there were 600,000 Jews maybe killed in concentration camps. And that a lot of the Jews that say they were in concentration camps up the numbers to 6 million to play themselves as the victim because they control a lot of the powers, and this is conspiracy stuff, but a lot of powers of the world, so that in turn of this, they can play the victim card. They can seem like they're, they were oppressed by Germany, so Germany stays in downtrodden, and that nationalism and promoting your race and promoting your country seems like a racist, shitty agenda. That's why Hitler, when somebody says, he's just like Hitler, it's the worst thing to be called Hitler because that's how they coined it as. And that's what I'm kind of, making my thought as and reading about as is that, coin Hitler as the asshole, make him the scapegoat, say he's dead, and boom, all is well. But then I've read, what was it, Paperclip or what operation was it where they sent all the Nazis to
Paperclip?
Was it Venezuela?
Well, America took a bunch of them.
Yeah, the scientists.
Yeah, because that's the reason we made it to the moon.
Huge German colonies, all the Germans.
Paperclip.
And then they say Hitler's skull wasn't actually a male skull; it was a female skull. So they he might be dished down, whatever it may be. But yeah, it's to see. It's a control thing to put a scapegoat on a war to see him as a victim. Pretty much that. There's more, but I'll send you guys it later or something. It's a scary thought. You can't bring that up to somebody. It's scary.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm kind of apprehensive.
Yeah, I remember you said you were like, that's a touchy subject.
I mean, because like World War II history is like the most fascinating thing for me. So I've read so many so obviously to me, Hitler is this larger than life Satan figure, and that's how I've always kind of saw it and view it with everything that I've seen and read. And
then you say, what if he wasn't? What if
if someone presents that idea, it's like,
because like they say,
what did you say?
what it seems like American media, like this is just going off a different way, but it's like, what if American media says, everybody hates Trump, Trump's evil, and then all of, like me and you and everybody in this room in this podcast thinks maybe we think all Americans think Trump is evil, but in reality, what if like 90% of Americans don't think that? But then because what I see on people posting on Reddit or 4chan or 8chan or that kind of stuff is they post and they say, no, in Iran or Israel or Germany or whatever, Australia, they like Trump. They like what he's doing for overseas. And it's like, goddamn, what if a lot of the world is pushed to hate Hitler throughout history because he's our scapegoat, because he killed himself or what it may be. But throughout Germany, throughout those years he was in power, he's loved. And there's certain people in Germany who actually like Hitler, but at the risk of being completely downtrodden and destroyed in their maybe career or their life or their social media, where it may be in this world because we're so connected, they just get blacklisted and they go, fuck you, you can't like Hitler. But because that's where, history is written by the victor, and the victor was maybe the powers that be, which didn't approve of the way Hitler was pushing as a German nationalist power in the world, a superpower, which they didn't want to do that because you can't build up a white race, you can't do this, you can't push down the Jews because Jews are controlling your country. We need to control your country. That's my thought on that. Yeah, it's like, what if?
I feel like you'd have to brainwash the entirety of Germany, though, to not say anything about all this. Like, it's a pretty sad thing there in Germany. Like, they're not very proud of it. I mean, a lot. I mean, I had a German foreign exchange student live with us.
Yeah.
And
would get really offended when you do like
because I did
salute and all
I was
that
in
stuff.
8th grade, like, and I did like that whole shit or whatever to him, and like Achtung, like say that he was like, oh, he'd like get very heated about it. It's a very emotional thing over there. So what I'm saying to counter that is like they would have, so they were the losers, but they would then have to have been told or brainwashed in an era when the media wasn't huge like that. I mean, for them, I mean, they had radio, so I guess you believe of radio and the papers, but they would have to believe. You'd have to get a whole country. You'd have to get all the soldiers that survived to believe all that.
Would you think it'd be harder or easier to brainwash somebody 80 years ago, though?
I think it'd be harder. I really think it'd be a lot harder back then. Even though, I don't think it'd be easier because they don't have access to all the things to look stuff up, like look into things themselves, like we do now. However, people. Well, sorry, go ahead. What?
I was just gonna say, I think back like 15 years. I mean, 15 years ago, we still had like dial-up internet, and I barely even had access to internet out on the farm. I mean, how could you brainwash me when I didn't really have access to a lot of media and stuff like that? We just lived our life.
But even then, I mean,
that was only 15, 20 years ago.
Think about in the 60s when there was only 3 channels. And
I barely watched TV.
Yeah, but hold on. There's only 3 channels, and majority of those broadcasters were liberals. But even then, there were people who were like, yeah, I don't think so. So how do you, what Joe was saying is like, how do you actually brainwash a whole nation into believing that?
And most of them probably don't even have digital access to anything.
Digital? I mean, it wasn't even existing at the
time. Well, digital, radio and
radio.
That's where I see, like, would it be harder or easier? And I think, today, I think it's, what was I saying? I think it's almost harder today because, if I told somebody the other day, I said, what do you think about the election? They go, oh, it's over. Biden won. And I say, well, maybe. I said, where do you get the information? They said, well, Fox News told me. And I was like, well, what if Fox News is lying to you? And I showed them DuckDuckGo and Brave and like all these different shit. And they looked up their own stuff and they found these sources where they could find ulterior information. And they go, oh, okay, maybe it's not. And like 2 weeks later, we talked again. It was on my one-on-one clients, and they go, holy shit, like all this stuff's hidden from me. There's sources for her, hundreds, probably thousands, if not 100,000, whatever it may be, for her to find anything crazy. And a lot of it could be bullshit, but it's still getting her mind going. And I would, go to the contrary and say, somebody who say has maybe 3 channels on the radio or on the TV, or say back then when there's maybe like 2 or 3, maybe 7 newspapers throughout Germany. If Germany was, beaten World War II, and then say the agenda being pushed out, say, oh, Hitler was wrong. You guys may have believed that Hitler was a nationalist. He was good for Germany. He was really bad for Germany. So we're going to put that all in the papers because Germany was fucked up. I mean, I don't think it's that much different today. You take the media or the outlets for news sources, and you say, all right, in all the newspapers today in 1940, whatever it was, we are going to push that Germany or Hitler was an asshole. And that, today I drive through Omaha and I say, in Omaha, all these people think Trump's an asshole. I'm not going to talk about Trump. So they shut me down. And then I say, back then maybe it's the same thing. You say, we need to tell people, whatever this lady's name is, Burke or whatever, I fucking know a German name. A German lady. She's in Germany. She believed in Hitler. Maybe the newspaper or something like that says, you're not supposed to. It was actually a wrong thing to believe in. So they going forward, her kids, her grandkids, her family, her sisters, her brothers, uncles, everything from then forward is pushed to believe, do not talk about Hitler. Don't bring it up. It's wrong. You were wrong. Everything was wrong. Come to the correct way, which is maybe like capitalism, or whatever, socialism, or whatever government they go towards now. That's what I thought.
I just think there's just too much proof of the shit that went down.
And again, even if you did have that, you still had people fighting for the German army, German military.
Yeah.
And you're going to try to you're going to tell them. But yeah, I just don't, I don't see it.
In my mind anyways.
I mean, yeah. And I mean,
It's an interesting concept, that's for sure.
I mean,
I'm not down on this hill by any means, though. Just
no, I know. And I'm not trying to say you're.
You just want to clarify that because there'll be some asshole out there be like, Jake's a Nazi.
Poking the fucking bear. Like, that's completely what I like to do.
The only thing about
I understand that.
The only thing about that whole argument that goes against. You ever seen the movie Mr. Jones? It just came out. It's basically I can't remember the people's names because I'm horrible with that. But it's basically this guy who is going over to Russia, talking about Stalin. And during that time, they had the guy he got a Nobel Peace Prize for, I think it was New York Times or whatever. And these guys were basically saying, oh, yeah, look at all the stuff that communism is doing over here. And it's fantastic. And look how great it is. And this guy goes over there and goes, oh, this is bullshit. And he fought to get that out. So the whole argument is basically saying that this peace has to be secret. It has to be. I mean, I just don't believe that people would be able to do that.
Oh yeah,
I think that somebody would be fighting about it. Well, yeah, I'm just saying your whole argument about whether or not Hitler was this way.
I think you could make that argument with North Korea right now too.
What?
Well, in that same sense, where like they censor internet and they don't allow a lot of their.
Well, North Korea is doing that.
Yeah, they don't allow a lot of their civilians out, and then when someone finally gets in, they're like, "Holy shit, this is fucked up."
Yeah, but what's happening and what happened with Stalin was the New York Times was coming and going, "Oh, look how great this is! This is phenomenal!" And then this guy, Mr. Jones, comes in and goes, "Oh, this is bullshit." And then he
the New York Times was actually doing that.
Yeah,
okay, so that's a little bit different than the North Korea thing.
He got a Peace Prize because he got a Nobel Peace Prize. Not a Peace Prize. What do you call those when the people in the papers get their little awards?
Pulitzer.
He got a Pulitzer for writing how great communism was. And this guy came in and just blew the door wide open. Of course, he did get eventually assassinated.
Yeah,
because he was blowing the doors off of it. Yeah. But that's the same concept. It's like here are these people trying to say that communism is phenomenal. And when the truth eventually does surface and comes out, how can you possibly say that Hitler was phenomenal? And if that was really the truth, then that would eventually have to come out.
But why? So like what, I'll say this on that. Let's just say for instance sake, like say,
here we go.
Say like
guys, I'm not going to be here for another hour. I'm going to tell you that much.
Say like it's fucking 10. Say like back in the 40s, say, this guy went to communist Russia and he brought forward the Stalin argument and said, hey, it's actually bullshit. And then he exposed it and then boom, how many years was it after? Like, was it during Stalin or what?
Yeah, it was during.
Yeah. So what if, say, everything was shut down. Maybe like the Nazi Germany thing was locked down because didn't Stalin kill supposedly more people than Hitler?
Yeah, in the gulags. Yep.
Yeah. Well, the communism,
communism in general, and for some reason people still think it's a good thing.
Yeah, so maybe say Stalin killed more people than Hitler, and like his regime, what he was doing was worse. Hitler was maybe less, whatever he was doing was maybe less, and they wanted to shut it down. What if, and say today, because so much of our communication technology of the world is set on online things such as, chat forums, social media, Facebook, Instagram, everything we do. What if this shit, and this is a fucking what if what I'm reading online on all these forums I'm on, all this shit is actually communication. It's not just some crazy ass neckbeard eating Cheetos throwing some shit out. It's a thought of somebody going, hey, what if this is true? And then it sparks somebody like me. Somebody watched this podcast, sparked with their friend, and like it just goes on. And like say 15 years from now, somebody brings forth some evidence and goes, hey, my great grandpa who lived in the 60s believed this for Hitler, and so did all of his friends in this small town Germany. And then it just goes forward and they go, hey, let's bring this forward. And like say it's, 105 years, 110, 115 years after Hitler had been, killed himself, that they go, hey, that was bullshit. Maybe it takes way longer than Muammar Gaddafi's thought of just saying maybe he wasn't an asshole. It takes 100 years or so. But what if someday it comes out and it goes, hey, Hitler wasn't an asshole, but all this time we were told to shut our mouths because it's a very controversial topic because Jews were killed, because it's maybe pushed that way.
True.
Maybe it's deep, maybe it's not deep.
It's a big what if. I'll believe it when I hear it, I suppose. But
yeah. I tend to side with the Jews on this one. Yeah. And they have,
like you said, this is all what if.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's an interesting concept. fun to explore weird things like that.
It's fun to poke that bear and see where.
Yeah, that one is, you can tell because everyone I think is kind of a little apprehensive to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, I think the concept itself is well, if I'm going to use my own,
we're like 80 years past and it's still.
Well, I think to be honest with you, the concept is ridiculous. To be honest with you, if I want to look at you in the face, I wish I can and go, "What's this? It seems ridiculous."
Mm-hmm. And I mean, I take no offense to like saying it's ridiculous because I mean I think it's ridiculous too when I came forward, but I think, like I said, every single thing, or thought, or theory, or hypothesis was, I think at one point ridiculous till it came true, and this could fall flat in 6 days, 6 months, 6 years. I don't know.
I have a hard time for stuff like that, especially back in that era. I can believe today that we could have a lot of people manipulating things because of the technology we have at our hands.
Mm-hmm.
But back then, I don't think that it was the morals were different. Everything was different.
And that was I mean, you're talking
Life was different.
A world where you're having the entire allies agree to this plan to, hey, we're going to say this is what happened. You're going to, I mean,
not to mention millions of troops that were on the ground. How do you shut up all those people?
Yeah. And I don't know. And then not even to talk about like what the Japanese did, was to get into there.
That was fucking brutal.
No one talked about that shit. And
listen to Dan Carlin, his series called Supernova in the East. It's out right now in Hardcore History.
Dude, I don't see it though as like, tell people in like their sources, all right, you have to believe this. I don't see it as like you need to believe this thing. I think it's more of like this is what happened, and there's nothing outside. It's like you just, hey, it's 1947, this is in your paper, this is in your source. Like the president says something, it's not it's on the radio, but like it's on the radio, or maybe it's not. And you say, this is what's gonna happen, this is what you believe. Like it's not like you better fucking believe this. It's like just believe it.
I believe
this is what happened. Hitler
I
was an
believe the
asshole.
press. I mean, there's certain press that would not credible. I mean, the New York Times try to hide the Holocaust.
Mm-hmm.
Try to hide it. They said New York Times is notorious for knowing that, hey, it's like this didn't exist. We're never going to publish it. And then when the shit hit the fan and everything came out, they were like, "Oh, sorry."
That's happened. That's happened time and time again with the New York Times as
New York
well.
Times, but I'm just saying they're paper of record. They're the paper of record.
Okay, then we go. But that's we have like a New York Times with the paper of record in the world in the 40s pushing
That was the New York Times in the 40s
pushing the Holocaust as this isn't happening. Then how could we ever like anybody ever say that in the 40s that there isn't, say, the New York Times or a cousin newspaper or any kind of newspaper at that level or any level that's not pushing bullshit, saying or if it's not bullshit, if it is bullshit, saying Hitler was an asshole when he wasn't. Because if they're pushing propaganda saying Holocaust wasn't real, which maybe if it was, then how do I know the contrary with the other side of the spectrum isn't true, where there's newspapers or all newspapers or whatever it may be controlling newspapers saying push it as Hitler was a dick.
I get
it could go both ways.
I totally get what you're saying. However, with this instance, I'm with Paul a lot on this. Is like I don't believe it at all. However, what you're getting at with how the papers can dictate, I've thought about that. I think I've talked about it before. Is thinking about in history, like we only believe what these history books are teaching us. I mean, who are we? I mean, did we go out and verify these sources?
Mm-hmm.
They're changing definitions now.
Yeah, but yes and no, because there's still people who have grandparents and different people who just talk about these things.
Well, that's what
people
I'm
are
talking
still
about.
alive from that generation.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about for like history, like deeper history. I'm not talking about this situation. I'm talking like, way back. Because right now, what we just talked about early in the podcast that Jake brought up was with the CDC herd immunity. They are literally changing the definitions of things.
Mm-hmm.
With the senator from Hawaii, Hirono or whatever, she was talking with the new Supreme Court Justice Barrett about sexual preference or something like that. And she's like, no, that's not what it is. Webster Dictionary went and changed the definition literally 24 hours later to make it she was correct.
Mm-hmm.
And so that you see that, right?
It makes it happens now because technology. How do you do that?
But I'm saying, like, let's say in Rome, right? Rome fell, when it went down. What actually happened is, I get what Jake's saying, is the victors decide what's history. When you see, like, when
Like
you
in
see,
World
like,
War One, the start of
yeah,
World War One.
or just like I'm talking about way back, like you see some tribe like kills some tribe leader, like before he kills him, he's just like, I'm gonna wipe you off of the face of the earth, all history, all your family. No one will know you've ever existed.
Mm-hmm.
That right
He
there
wins.
That
Yeah.
right there is rewriting history. That's what I mean, is like it's weird to think about like what actually true and happened. I don't follow you on this one with the Holocaust one though.
I think
I just
sucks
think
with
that's
this.
such a grand scale.
See, I
you
don't.
have to pull
I don't
off.
think it, like, to be honest with you, like I said it twice already. I'm not dying on this hill, and I know you guys said, like you say, understand. I'm not dying on the hill, but the thing is I'm not a historian. I'm a freaking small business gym owner.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is, I have really nothing to lose unless a member watches and goes, "I fucking have a Jew family, whatever." Like I'm much a risk on this. But the thing is,
Please don't do that.
Somebody who's actually a historian who like is sitting at home watching crazy video or scrolling what I'm scrolling on, who sees this and looks into it, has the resources to look into this kind of shit. If he goes on a podcast or, God forbid, fucking CNN or some shit and gets an actual chance to bring this subject forward, his life is fucking over.
Yeah,
and it sucks because he cannot even bring forward a contradictory to what history, how it was written, without everyone getting not the word offended, yes, but being completely canceled out because you have cancel culture and it's a terrible fucking world. He should be able, and I think it sucks for maybe Jew people. If it's completely true, it sucks for Jewish people. But
yeah,
he should be able to question that goddamn narrative.
Sure, and I feel I feel like the Holocaust one is a terrible example to bring this up because there's a lot of emotion with that. A lot of people did lose their lives.
Very.
So, but what you're saying, I think, about how a historian, we were talking about it, ancient Egypt. Like you have Robert Schoch, you have these people talking about, hey, this shit's a lot older than what you're saying. And then you have all these, standard professors from universities like, no, it's only 10,000 years old. No.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
And now they got the research saying, no, it's way older than that.
Exactly. That's exactly what you're saying.
Losing their careers for pushing against it.
Exactly.
Ridiculous.
And that's a better example of, yes, that is, because the Holocaust stuff is just, it's totally unbelievable. I remember there was a conservative guy. He's not really conservative. He was a Holocaust denier person. It was what's his name? He always would attack like Shapiro and shit, obviously. What's his name? I can't remember his name. But they were talking about
thinking of his name.
And I looked at a lot of that stuff, or just at that time, I was like, what the fuck is all this shit? And so there is I don't know. I just,
the same,
I don't know.
The same thing happened to Galileo back in the day. He looked at the rotation of the earth and said, I think the earth is round. And or whatever he was researching. And
that was huge
at the time. Yeah. And he
was fucking crazy.
Also I could see that happening, especially back then when they were basically, the church was trying to squash things. But eventually things basically just come to, the weird thing about the truth is essentially it eventually comes out. And regardless on how much you try to squash it or whatever, it's just no way to keep that going.
And there's no timeline though. It could come out in like 200 years. Because eventually, and this is this is scary to start this. We're 2.5 hours in, so I don't know if I can do this, but like,
we're not gonna.
I have a friend that we argue about Jesus all the time.
Oh,
and some fucking day, someday, we're gonna know Jesus was true or not if he comes out. And it's like, someday he's gonna relive himself. I was like,
spoilers.
Truth always comes out.
Spoilers. He is. I'm gonna look at the camera.
All right, let's.
I'm not gonna go into it because 2.5 hours, but spoilers. He is.
That was fun though. I mean, that was I don't know. That was fun thought experiment.
You said experience.
Thought experience.
Everybody, Robert used his brain today.
My fucking brain's fried.
It's a good thought experience.
All right. A long day in the snow.
Thought experience makes sense. It's not the correct term.
we're mentally masturbating.
Yeah.
Oh,
makes
there
sense.
we go.
The mental circle jerk.
You guys' minds aren't strong enough to keep up with mine.
Well, it's New Year's, or this is the last podcast of the year.
Oh, fuck yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I mean, we didn't really talk about 2020 at all.
Who gives a shit about
I
2020?
even watched some videos to review on what happened this year so I could bring some crazy shit up. God damn it.
It's
Yeah,
all right.
next time.
Do we have any?
R.I.P. Kobe.
Kobe was killed.
Black Mamba, baby.
Yeah, I see Neil
Hold on.
Peart,
Bro.
Broswick. Yeah.
I'm just gonna say one thing about
That's Stacey's
Kobe's
mom, dude.
People should look into. It's horrible that he died or whatever, but he was already in talks about getting away from what was it, Nike, and starting up his own shoe company, Mamba. That was gonna be more for the players or whatever,
They
and give money
should.
back to them. He was
more
doing
Nike
that,
shit.
and he was doing that, and he was gonna go away, and then he passed away.
Really?
So I just think that's a weird timing coincidence.
Yeah,
I'm trying to boycott Nike, but as I'm wearing a shitload of Nike stuff, now. The stuff that I already bought.
Yeah,
I'm
I
trying
don't-
not to buy any more Nike stuff.
I don't buy Nike because it's too damn expensive.
Well, that's the problem. Their ethical practices are in question.
Well, before we go, I want to take just 1 minute. Robert, do you have a New Year's resolution?
No. I guess
Paul?
I haven't really thought about it.
Paul,
don't
do you
know.
have one?
I do not know.
Make more money this year.
Jake, do you have one?
Big greedy fucker.
Absolutely not.
None of you guys have New Year's resolutions this year. You don't want any?
I don't think I don't. Sometimes I don't think resolutions. I think goals for the year. Like, okay, this is what I want to get done this year, but not in like.
That's what I mean. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Resolutions just kind of has this weird.
I feel like a
feel to
douche.
me.
It's like a douche. I think resolution.
It's like I make myself goals, like monthly goals. I mean like that in a sense I do, but I don't know if that's
He fails at all.
Joe, do you have
not
one?
necessarily a resolution.
I do have one. Thank you for asking me, Jake.
Lose 500 pounds.
Don't lose 500 pounds. You'll be...
Goals to make this podcast even bigger, where we can get up to like 10 or 15 active viewers on that.
Yeah, 10 or 15. Yeah.
I mean,
I think we got
were up
5
to-
tonight.
we're
5
up
or
to-
6.
well,
wasn't it?
5 or 6. Yeah, we were.
Print me out an EveryNothing podcast T-shirt and I'll wear it to DC.
Literally, okay. I am gonna. Oh, let's end this podcast and I'll talk to you real quick after. All right.
All right.
For everybody.
Happy New Year, everyone.
Yeah.
And we'll see you next year. And fuck 2020.
He did it. That's the worst joke ever.
Aliens visit
to end
us.
the year.
What's that?
I'll see you next year.
Oh.
It's like waiting till the last day and you're gonna see someone tomorrow. I'll see you next year.
Yeah,
Dude, I love that. I love that. I'm gonna do that at
It's
work.
like the daddest
I'm
joke
literally-
ever.
You know
I'm doing
what?
it at work. I gotta go back to work. I'm be like, well, see you next year.
For the people who are the dads, we'll see you next year. Bye-bye.